Hello, everyone, and welcome to VYTALCast number 79. I'm David, and this is.
Illuminati Dorito or Carly.
Yeah, I'll just call you Carly because I always twist my tongue on that. And of course, YouTube emails me to tell me that Portal 64 is live. Like, I'm here,
It does
YouTube.
that. It does that all the time with the cracked brain. It's like, oh, your countdown started. Oh my gosh, you're live, and it's like, I know, I'm watching myself.
Yeah, I really need to talk to Stefan on like how he sets that up. Um, because I tried to the other day and it looked overly complicated and weird. I don't know. I just go to the go live now thing and set things up ahead of time.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
I
screw
do that.
having a countdown, screw having multiple stream things set up weeks ahead of time. But
See, I honestly don't know if we even use our countdown thing. Like, I see it pop up, so I'm
mhm.
assuming that we do.
Yeah,
But
yeah. That I mean, if it pops up, then yeah, you're using it. So, but yeah. Oh, for context, for what we were talking about, Carly is a member of Cracked Brain Productions, or is
yep.
it just Cracked Brain? Okay, yeah. I always
I mean,
forget if.
officially, it's the Cracked Brain Productions LLC, but we're lazy and call ourselves Cracked Brain, and then when we have to be semi-formal, we say Cracked Brain Productions.
Yeah, and I actually talked a bit about you guys last week unintentionally.
Aw.
Like it wasn't planned. I just was like, oh yeah, Cracked Brain this, Cracked Brain that. Um, so yeah,
Oh, that makes me feel loved.
yeah. I was like, oh yeah, there's Carly and there's Stefan.
God,
Okay,
I just tuned into the chat because I'm gonna look at it through my phone,
yeah.
and it freaked me out because I saw Brandon Dodge, and I was like, "Wait, Brandon's off work, and that bitch didn't tell me, but it's a different Brandon."
No, it's a different Brandon. Um, Also, I just want to say hi to the chat, like Inspector Who and
Hello,
Brandon
Inspector Who.
and B Master 4 saying so many years can give you such a creak in the neck. I I am feeling
God,
that so much right now
me
from the amount of
too.
overtime I've done. Um,
I feel that because I sit like a gremlin in my chair, just like typing, and my head is like down to my belly button. I'm so hunched over, and
yeah,
I sit cross-legged.
yeah, no one in the chat warned me that I had my right click thing on the. Yeah, okay, now Inspector Who did. You're like 10
Okay, okay.
seconds too late to when I noticed it and fixed it. Um,
Wow, thanks. I feel loved.
yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
um,
all good. All good.
okay, so Brandon Dodge had a question. He said, what is Cracked Brain about? How about
Okay.
you do that?
Yeah, we're about everything. No, so we are. How do I explain this in a way that Stefan won't kill me or fire me? Um,
I mean,
um, we joke that we're kind of like a little tiny version of RT where we do live video game let's plays. We have shows that we're trying to work on. Different productions, but we're basically a little entertainment company that started out with Stefan, our boss, the head of the
mhm.
company. Um, he just would do individual cosplayer like interviews, just like, "Oh, tell me about yourself. How long have you done this?" And then it would never stay on topic, which was
Mhm.
great because why would it ever? Um, and so it just kind of evolved from that, and then he started bringing more and more people on, and then I was one of the last like original members to come on before.
Uh-oh. Audio's cutting out for a bit. Oh no, you just froze. Cool. Everyone, use the world. Just kidding. I don't know. That was a JoJo reference, a very poor one.
I keep hitting my mic no matter what I do.
Oh hey, you're.
Yeah, as a good thing that Inspector Who React said is a group of people having fun because we do have a lot of fun, especially on our live podcasts. And then when we go to different events, we actually do cosplay spotlight videos and stuff like that. So if you're in cosplay and you want to be on YouTube, come find us. Look for a wannabe Agent Washington, and that's who gets the videos.
Hey, speaking of wannabe Agent Washington, he missed me at FanX.
You did?
Yeah,
Okay, to be
I
fair though,
talked to him while he was doing it. Like, hey, you want to get a shot of me? And he didn't. He got everyone else that was there but me. I was like, bruh.
oh my gosh, Yeah, no, I will.
No. It's fine. It's fine. Like he
No,
was very busy and high demand at the moment.
I'm trying to find. I'm trying to figure out who Stoic the Dragon Eater is. Like, I know. I I'm sorry. I don't know who you are. At least
He's
off
a
the top of my head.
regular to the live chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi.
You probably recognize her voice from my bonsai vlog, possibly. There's a
Oh,
chance that you and Brandon had like 3 seconds of screen time.
I'm tipsy, so don't scare me like that. Yeah, I can drop that link. Or do you want to drop it, David? The
um.
Brandon Dodge wants to know if there will be a link to Crack Brain Productions in the
Oh
description.
yeah, I'll drop the link because I'm the only one other than Inspector who has permission to do such things in the
Okay, cool.
chat. Yeah. Oh, speaking of, okay. Thanks, YouTube. You just screwed me over on that. Okay. Um. Speaking of Brandon, I do want to just give a little shout out in the description of this episode of VYTALCast. We have a his Venmo for his daughter is in need of surgery, and so he's trying to raise money. There was a GoFundMe, but for reasons, they're not using it anymore. So if you have Venmo and you have like a couple of dollars to send his way, um, that helped. And also,
Yeah, so
live
basically what
chat
it
hitting you with the link. Okay. You could go.
transported to the hospital and placed into a medical. Um, so basically, he's trying to fundraise for his daughter and just make sure that all of
No. Carly, you're starting to cut in and out a little bit.
Venmo, just as a way for you to avoid the fees, because I know that GoFundMe does take a certain percentage out of the donations after they're cashed in if it hits the goal. But this way, we know that will go to his daughter. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Most of it.
Inspector Who is asking if the internet is okay. It is for me. I don't know about Carly. Carly's computer just went through like a big update and low-key died.
I swear to God, it updated when I was watching Good Omens. It was like, update! Like, and I'm like freaking out because my phone's crapping out. And then I turn it on, and I'm like, David, it's updating. And he's like, oh, I know that pain.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, for me, like, I have a Windows and a Mac, and when it comes to updates, my Mac is a lot more friendly about the updates and when it'll do them. So, I don't know.
It really
It's
lets you snooze them. See, I have a Mac desktop. I just don't like it because it's so out of date because I haven't turned it on in a year.
oof.
It's laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, like you know, I got my trusty little editing machine right here, and then I got this really expensive streaming machine that we're currently on. But anyway,
Laptop.
yeah. Anyway, should we talk about that Ruby trailer?
Gosh, yes, please. That was. I actually watched something before Brandon, by the way. He's always like, "Did you see this? Did you see that?" And I'm like, no. When it comes to, like, movies or anything.
So we know
And
which
then
out of the two of you have a life and which one doesn't.
it's interchangeable, really. Like, but yeah, no. So I actually watched it, and I was like, "Did you watch it?" And he's like, "I've been at work all day, and I'm grumpy a little bit." I'm like, "Go watch it; it'll make you happy."
Yeah.
So, um, oh my gosh, I am in love with Blake's haircut. I used to have that hairstyle, and
The bi cut.
the bi cut. Yeah, I used to honestly have it, and it was
Mhm.
so nice. And then I grew it out a little for Nora, and now it's like super grown out for Carolina. And I need to chop it again. What did you? Okay, being a Jean cosplayer, what did you
Yes.
think about that hair?
I'm questioning whether I jump off the Jean cosplay bus and go on to Ren. Like,
Okay, that sleeve though that Ren has is so cool.
It
Like,
is, but it's also going to be what makes his cosplay so hard to do. Everything else is like simple, but that sleeve is like F you cosplayers.
having a lot of sewing under my belt, I honest to God would have it be like a two-piece outfit, like one
Yeah.
sleeve, like, just like I didn't stop hitting my like just have this be like an undershirt sleeve and then have the green coat on top. I don't know if the other side is still sleeveless. I didn't really look at that.
Yeah, the other side is like a normal sleeve.
Okay. So he probably just no, don't restart computer, please.
What Windows? Um
It just said a restart is required. Please restart. I'm like, please don't do it.
no,
No.
no Windows,
Um,
please. Please, Mr. Bill Gates. Okay.
please don't zuck me from beyond the grave.
Wait,
But
Bill Gates is alive.
exactly.
Okay.
But no, Nora, honest to God, I looked at
Mhm.
her and it was funny because I had just sent Tyler this video, which the timing was hilarious. It
Mhm.
was literally every Kingdom Hearts video explained up until 3.
Uh-huh.
And he's sitting there, we were talking about it. He's like, what the hell is Kingdom Hearts? Like, this is so weird. I'm like,
Oh,
exactly.
like
Um,
how Nora's new look is just like,
oh, it's
um,
so Kyrie, and it
yeah.
makes me cry. I'm like, please don't be Kyrie. Please have your personality still. But yeah, no, I'm honest to God. Like, I know they're probably gonna keep Jean's hair, but I really want to see it be like. I kind of want to. I think it'd be hilarious if the RT crew did that to gauge how people would feel about like changing the hair.
Hmm.
And then they'd throw in a little joke of like, a few episodes in, somebody finally goes like, Jean, what happened to your hair? And he's just, I thought it was cool. You look like Cardin. Right back into like the flat.
uh, yeah. So that's like the first thing that came to my head when I saw Jean's new design, like had a solid good look at it. Uh, it's weird because overall he has the least adjustment to his outfit, which is totally fine. But because of the hair, it suddenly turns him from Jean to Cardin Winchester somehow.
Jean to John. I
Like,
feel really, I mean, like, I don't mind the hair. Like, honestly,
I think the hair
most,
is starting to grow on me, but first impressions were
what
not
hair
great.
grows on you?
It stop.
But, no, I actually like it because, I mean, out of most of the people that I have known that have had long hair, there comes a point when they're just done and they chop it off for change because I was one of those people. I mean,
Hmm.
I went like my length to your length almost in the span of like a week
I mean,
because I
that's
cut it and
fine.
then I cut it
You're
again.
you're one of those people that could pull off doing that, so that's fine.
Yeah, but I do really love the leather strapping though that they added on the shoulders for the armor
Yeah, yeah, I
and
love
on the
that,
belt.
and there's one on his leg too.
Oh, is there? I didn't
Yeah,
see that one.
and they changed the pants. He's no he's they changed the pants of the hoodie. Um, oh, but the thing I'm most happy about with Jean's new look is the boots.
Oh, see, I haven't seen the full body. I've just seen like the upper.
Yeah, someone posted a picture from New York Comic Con, and they had the full body shown for all of Junior.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
and
See,
he's
I like caught the glimpse of Nora's shoes in the
Mhm.
trailer, and I was just like, but
Yeah, I just feel bad for Ashley because she just like bought new boots specifically for Nora and is now probably gonna have to buy new boots again. And I mean,
see,
she's really happy with Nora's new look, so it's like,
oh, it's cool. It's
yeah,
so cool,
yeah.
and it's something she would wear. Like, I honestly haven't unpacked my Magnild since RTX 2018. I mean,
Hmm.
Halo 5 Carolina is literally sitting right there in its totes, untouched. Like, the gun is still broken from RTX. So,
Rip gun, rip.
did I tell you it broke again?
Like, oh yeah, because you fixed it at RTX and then it broke
Yeah,
again.
when we were loading up the car to leave, I was, I think I was getting his tote and I was putting it in the back and I accidentally bumped our guns and his landed on top of mine and it's just split right in half pretty much. It's still a really clean split, but I was like,
Hmm.
and Brandon and I looked at it And
Yeah.
I looked at him and I'm like, is he gonna just straight up murder me right now? And he just turned and got in the car and I was like, I'm not dead. Yes.
that's that's like really funny, but also like really sad at the same time.
It's an
But
easy fix. Like now
yeah,
if it were the helmet or like the chest plate again, I would be a wreck. But
yeah, that armor is not a joke.
Marcus was saying I fixed it really well though for circumstances given. And I was just like, thank you, sir. So he has actually, it's so cool. So Marcus Laporte, I didn't
Mhm.
realize that he was like quietly following our Twitters because we both, Brandon and I follow him.
Yeah.
But you know, when Brandon went public about his daughter, and then I was, you know, dealing with my own anxieties too during that,
Yeah.
he was like actually reaching out to both of us and being like, "You two good? Like, here's how it can help." And it was like super cool to us. And I was like, "I didn't know you were following me, but thank you. Hello. I haven't been making anything. I feel bad now." So,
That's literally been me since like RTX. Um,
oh my god, I have honest to God been burned out. Like, I was so excited to see like everybody getting all hyped for Ruby because
mhm.
seeing, like, I mean, yeah, you were there. Like, just hearing people go through the halls talking about Volume 7 was like amazing. Now I'm kind of mad I'm not at New York Comic Con for that reason, but
Dude, if I could afford to go to other out of state cons on top of RTX, I so would be going to New York Comic Con.
oh my gosh, are you gonna go back to Level Up this year?
It really depends on if you guys are going to level up next year.
I know Stefan is going back.
Uh huh.
'Cause he wants to do other panels. He's kind of leaving it up to us because
Yeah.
Candace and I are kind of like RTX on top of Level Up would be kind of a little close. Like I
That's
could
a
pull a
little
Morgan
bit the
Bandit.
same bus I'm on as well.
Yeah, but then I'm also taking Brandon to Disneyland here in a few weeks, so I'm also going to be recovering from that too. So I'm like, I want to,
Yeah.
but
Like I really got off easy with the Level Up Expo because Ashley won her ticket at
oh,
Bonsai, gave me said ticket because she couldn't go because of school, and
yeah,
then Rin and I shared a hotel room, so that cut down prices, and I rode up with Kenzie, who was also sharing the room with us, and so I only had to pay for a small portion of gas, didn't have to drive up myself. So like I just got like super lucky with Level Up Expo.
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, just a little
I
bit.
mean,
Like for an out of state con, it was super cheap, which is why I'm like, maybe if circumstances are right, I'll go.
yeah, well, and it's honestly, it's not even that expensive to get to Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
anyways. So that also really helped. Getting to Texas, on the other hand,
Yeah,
uh,
I'm hoping that the cracked brain plan goes right for
me
that.
too, me too, man. I don't
Can
want
we are we allowed to talk about that on podcasts that aren't the Cracked Brain podcast?
I
Or
don't know.
or
I
has
mean,
that been talked about? We won't talk about it. How about that?
well, okay, so what I can say is that the entirety of the Cracked Brain team is attempting to go out to RTX again.
Hmm.
Stefan's committed, I've committed, Brandon's committed, Candor and Tyler, Candace and Tyler, I'm pretty sure they want to go, but they're also going to ALA, so it's still kind of up in the air for them.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
yeah.
mean, like the mode of transportation, is
Oh,
that
I
allowed
know.
to be
It's,
talked about? Okay. Because
yeah, I
I
don't
know I
see.
made a promise of like X amount of funding to that. If
Yeah, no, I mean, either way, we're going to caravan it down, whether or not. So we've been trying to get a bus,
hmm.
basically, which would help us carry all of our equipment and all that. I honestly, if we're not supposed to talk about it, I'll take the blame for it. But
Thanks.
well, it's mainly like the reason we haven't bought it yet is just because insurance is going to be hellacious on it, and
Uh, yeah, I didn't think
yeah.
about that. Oh, yeah,
So that
yeah. I remember he was talking about like ongoing costs after the initial purchase and stuff.
yeah, like gas is going to be crazy because that thing's probably just as bad as a Hummer. But yeah, we're trying to get a bus and see if we can just drive like 12 people down to RTX in one car, which would be really nice because then we'd have all of our equipment.
Hmm.
Brandon and I could haul our armor and not have to worry about losing our back rear view mirror.
I don't
But
have to go through airport security.
yeah,
Just kidding. Yeah. Uh, so Anyway, Inspector Who was talking about like all the stuff that we saw at the Ruby panel at RTX
It
being
does.
shown in the
Oh.
trailer.
So, honest to God, I agree. Inspector Who,
Yeah.
like, I was looking at just this still of the scenery
Mm-hmm.
today, and I'm
Dude,
just like, oh my God, this is why they're not making Red versus Blue.
the scenery is next. What?
No, well,
Wait, what?
no, it's a running gag. So, like, we haven't heard anything about Red versus Blue, and we're
Oh.
like, the RVB fandom is like on at least on my Twitter is like, where is it? Where
Oh
is
yeah,
it?
yeah. Oh no, yeah. I remember like EBB tweeting about it,
Oh yeah,
and
Eb. Eb
yeah,
is like so worked up. Just where's my Red versus Blue? I need my cat boys and my Reds and my blue boys. And I'm just like,
I.
Eb,
Uh,
you're tiny and small, and I'm scared. Calm down.
I mean, okay. So to be fair, I think it was like Red vs. Blue season 16, like wasn't announced till like a month before it came out.
Yeah,
So like
it
they
was.
got time.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some stuff that I know, but I don't think I'm at liberty to talk about. But
Then
it's
yeah,
like,
don't risk it on here because I don't want to.
yeah, no, they ended season 17. I want to say a month or two before RTX last year. So it's like they've still got time, and I know that they have been dumping a lot into Ruby, especially with getting Jason Liebrecht, dealing with all of that, and like, just the total upgrade in scenery and animation, like. So I'm not even mad because I enjoy Ruby just as much as I enjoy Red versus Blue. Like,
Yeah.
I get my spunky redhead either way. Well, I can't say spunky, I should say Spitfire because Carolina's not spunky. But
I mean, she has her moments where she tries to be at least.
rarely, yeah.
Yeah, it's rarely, but we appreciate those moments.
Yeah, but no, I've been really happy seeing the Red versus Blue. God, now it's out of my that's in my brain. The Ruby fandom get all hyped again because it's honestly I don't even remember them getting this hyped.
Mhm.
And like the last time I remember it was like when they announced Volume 6 and started showing the trailers. That's like the last huge like that I got from them, and then the rest of them was like Salem, and that's
Mhm.
it. Speaking of, oh my God, okay, honestly, speaking Jason Liebrecht though, when I
Oh
was
yeah.
watching that trailer, I honest to God, because Inspector Who just said I knew Jason would nail the voice based off his old work.
Oh yeah.
I really, really, honestly, truly thought it was a pre-recorded Vic line before they termed his
Dude,
contract.
like
Like,
so I didn't even notice. Like
so,
the crow line hit and I was like I thought the same thing as you and I didn't comment on it when I watched the trailer cuz I
and
don't
then it's like, no, that's Jason, and then you're like, wait, what? Oh my gosh,
it,
there was an old anime that he was in that I used to watch, and I want to say it's Hitalia, but I can't even remember. But I know him from one of the old animes from when I started.
oh
It's
man.
driving me nuts. I can't remember.
Yeah, dude, Jason, like, I'm sure I've watched a dubbed anime with him in it, but I don't pay that much attention to voice actors, or especially way back then. So, like, I'm kind of like new to him, basically.
See, I know names.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know faces.
Yeah.
Let's. He was. Have you watched Fairy Tale?
No, I read it, but I didn't
Oh,
watch
okay.
it ever.
Have you seen the English dub of Attack on Titan? Oh,
No, because I was told to avoid it by all costs.
okay.
Sorry.
Normally I would say that, but it's like when you. Okay, like the first little bit of it kind of sucks. Not gonna lie.
Uh
Like
huh.
they're kind of like when they like it doesn't seem like it fits. But then like halfway through season 2,
Uh huh.
because have you seen the anime part of it?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty much caught up with the anime. I'm in season 3.
Oh,
I've
okay.
been taking
So
my time. Yeah.
by the time that he discovers that Reiner and Bertolt are the Colossal and Armor Titan,
Mm-hmm.
sorry, not sorry for those spoilers. It's been out long enough. Um, by the time it hits about that point in the season, they actually get really, really good with their
Okay,
screaming and
that's
stuff. But
good.
he plays Zeke, which is a character you'll meet in there.
Oh yeah, I know
Uh,
Zeke.
Okay, Varif in Fairy Tail, he plays Larcade. I've never seen it, so don't
Okay.
butcher me on the pronunciations. He plays Champa in Dragon Ball Super.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
and he plays Dobby in My Hero Academia.
he does.
Yeah. I
I,
forgot. I remember that being mentioned when he was first announced, and Stoic just posted it in the chat. And
oh,
yeah, I've only seen season 1 of the dub for My Hero
I have
Academia.
not seen any of My Hero, honestly.
I mean,
um,
that's fine.
Valaine's in Code Geass, Akito the Exiled. Um,
Yeah. Oh, wait. He
hmm,
played who in Code Geass?
it's Code Geass, Akito the Exiled, Wyvern arrives. He plays Valaines, Velaines.
Uh-huh. Okay. So is that like one of the movies for Code
I think
Geass?
so. He
Okay.
plays Finny in Black Butler,
Okay.
which that was a surprise for me.
I'm trying to find my copy of Code Geass, but it's not here. Um, Code
Rip.
Geass was like the first anime I ever bought a physical copy of, and it's usually right
Aw.
in this desk drawer. But I was like, Code Geass, I love that. But yeah.
The first real anime that I watched was like Pokemon Sailor Moon, because that's when I was like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
But the um, like real first official anime that I actually watched when I was like getting into anime and getting into cosplay, like so this would have been around 2007, 2008,
Mm-hmm.
was actually DN Angel and Black Butler.
Oh,
And I
okay.
actually convinced my jock football playing boyfriend to watch Black Butler, and he really liked it. And I was like, what? Because, 2009, 2010, 2011,
Mm-hmm.
Carly is like, oh my God, anime weeboo, yay! And,
Weren't we all that during 2010 though? Wasn't that
really.
just the 2010 energy?
Yeah, okay, seriously though, like, Brandon and I went to Spirit Halloween last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and they had so much Kingdom Hearts stuff in there. And I was looking at like the Sora, Riku, and Kairi costumes, and I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, 2012 me would be losing her damn mind seeing it in Spirit Halloween, and she would have bought every single one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm literally waiting for the day, like a few years down the road, when Spirit finally starts doing like the Ruby and the Weiss and the
Oh
Blake
my
and the Yang
gosh. I
cosplays. I'm
mean,
waiting for it.
honestly, I think Hot Topic is gonna beat them to it at this rate.
Yeah, I mean, if they did like the My Universe dresses, I would so buy like the Ruby or Weiss dresses from there, because the Her Universe ones are actually like pretty good quality for being Hot Topic. Because
Yeah.
sometimes it's hit or miss, but
Yeah, they really are.
yeah, I can't wait though. I mean, that Godzilla Grim was hilarious though. Sorry, just one of the comments from like way back in the chat. I was like,
Oh yeah.
oh my gosh, that was a long time ago. But somebody commented about those caterpillar Grim.
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah. The
cracking up. Yeah, the ones that just like, but the Godzilla Grim, honest to God, reminded me of one of my friends named Cole, that all he talks about is Godzilla. And I was like, oh, wait till he sees that episode. But
yeah.
I honestly, like, God, I keep hitting my mic. No wonder Brandon's always pissed at me. But, yeah, I can't wait to see what Grim they come up with now. Like, I loved that they were getting into, like, the mythology stuff with the Knuckle of V and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Yeah, the Knuckle V are gonna be very hard. Has been very hard to top, but I think the what was it called? The Apathy Grim. I think those came very close.
yeah, for terms of completely screwed up, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I was reading this comment by B Master. Dude, if you watch anime, you're an anime fan, and tell that girl at your school that if she says that again, I will personally kick her butt. Screw that. I mean, I shouldn't be instigating fights because I'm the leader of Rooster Teeth Utah and I'm supposed to behave, but
Oh yeah,
we don't
I was
stand for
supposed to
that
mention
stuff.
that you're the
Oh,
RT community Rooster Teeth community manager.
for Utah.
I can word. Yeah, the Rooster Teeth
Iceland,
Utah
thank you.
community manager there.
Yeah, it's fun. But Iceland, thank you, Stoic. That's who it was. Um, played Iceland in Hitalia. It's where
Oh,
they
okay.
personified and stereotype the countries.
Yeah,
America was
yeah,
like,
I know what Italia is. I
okay.
lived in 2010. I know what it is.
Okay, I just didn't know if you lived in Hitalia, because usually it's like,
I
it,
hadn't watched it, but everyone else around me had.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you weren't really in the Homestuck thing either, were you? Because it's like, if you were in Hitalia, you
Dude,
migrated
I
into
was
Homestuck.
on dial-up internet till 2015. I didn't have the bandwidth to do anything online. Yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, I agree, though. Kraken Grim, like, that would be so flippin' cool.
Oh my gosh. I feel
Um,
like Volume 4 would have been a perfect opportunity with Blake's travel
mhm.
to do that. But the
Um,
Grim they did was amazing for that anyways, so it was like, eh, you know.
trying to think of what other ones that I would want to
I would like
see.
to see the Wyvern uh,
Mm.
Grim come back from Volume 3.
Just to spite Stefan, I want to see a Jackalope Grim.
Oh, yeah, that would freak him out, wouldn't it?
He'd be like, "What? What? No! What?" In his Stefan way.
Yeah.
Um, I want to see Faye, like Fairy Grim. That would be really cool.
Oh, okay, okay. So just to like go into Fae Grim, like how would they act? Because usually Fae are very, they like to play games with people, or sometimes they're friendly. So like,
they
what would a Grim
probably
version of that be?
they probably would just play dirty with you, like
Like
they
play
try to
dirty
punch
with
you.
you to lead you to your death somehow?
Yeah, like instead of throwing a punch, they sweep your legs out from under you. Like all the fake
Mhm.
outs or the, oh, I'm gonna do
Well,
this. Haha, just kidding. I'm behind you now.
yeah,
Kick.
I could see them being like sinister pranksters, pretty
I mean,
much.
Fae are pranksters,
They
just in
are.
general, but
Yeah. But that I'm
but
saying they will prank you to death.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
RT, sign us up.
Yeah.
um. What else could there be that could be fun? I want to see a Yeti Grim. That would be so cool.
Dude, Atlas can be like a really good place for that. Like they were in an ice cave in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
What if that's what's waiting for them at the bottom?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeti Grim.
dude,
Ooh.
oh, you know what I just realized? Oh my gosh, it
What?
just hit me now and I'm like I'm stupid for not realizing this yesterday when I was watching the trailer. Those caves were probably the Schnee Dust Company mines.
Oh, it
Yeah,
could.
like
Ooh.
what if they got like invaded by the centipede grim or something and like they have to go help the workers or they're like oh man work conditions suck. Oh wait, volume 4 they had a what is it called, what were the remnant world of remnant episodes, they had a world of remnant episodes on the Schnee family and it talked about Weiss's grandfather like going to the mines and help protect the workers from the Grim while they were
Dude, I
mining.
think that probably is like where they mine the ice dust from.
Yeah,
That would be cool. Oh my gosh.
yeah, like he so like I could imagine like they probably did some work to help protect dust miners from Grim, maybe, possibly.
Brandon Dodge said, plus that guy's possessed ice dust. That'd be cool if they ran into a bunch of geists that were supposed to be like the miners that died down there or whatever. If that's
Oh,
happened,
yeah.
that'd be cool. Though. I honest to God love the Geist Grims, and I loved
Mhm.
Corey's cosplay of it when I saw it at RTX. Like that thing was cool.
Dude, I totally missed it when he did it.
Gosh, he was in line for the cosplay contest, which is how I got
Oh,
to see
that's why.
that thing. Like literally, I was just like,
Was
that's
that this
all.
year?
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he brought.
because I was at the VYTALCast panel when that was going on. So, whoops.
Yeah, no, that's all good. You have your panel. Um,
It's like, hey guys, I'm ditching my own panel to go support a friend in a contest for their private judging.
just outside. Woo!
Yeah.
um, no, I'm so glad you started the panel the way that you did, though. Like that, when you told me about that, I was like laughing about it for like 3 days afterwards.
I planned that almost a year ago today. I
I
talked
honestly,
to my buddy Semblance of Sanity that I told them back in October 2018 I know how I'm gonna start the panel for next year.
You know how you're gonna start this year's then?
No, I
You
don't
know
know how
what?
I could one up it. I don't know how I can one up it. Maybe one day I'll figure it out and I'll do it. I still don't know who I'll have on the panel for next year. So like I'm like, okay, I know I'm gonna switch so and so out and so out.
Mhm.
Not because they were bad on the panel or anything. It was just like, oh, so
Right.
and so might not go to RTX next year, so got to replace them. And so have been on it for both panels so far, and it's probably time to like switch them out and give someone else an opportunity. You know.
Read read Reach's best's comment, just barely.
Reaches Beast. Y'all still wanting me? Y'all still have me wanting Jackalope Grim? Oh wait. Are you talking about the comment after that? David, if you have any ideas for how to kick it off, hit me up. I would love to help you one up yourself. Dude, Reaches Beast. That means
Oh,
so much to me.
I
Like,
haven't read that one yet, or it hasn't come across. Um,
oh, okay, because honestly, Reaches Beast, he's an amazing supporter, and like I had a great time talking to him, and he did a nice favor for me during slash post RTX that I really appreciate. So
Aw,
yeah.
Reach your best. Literally by the username. Oh no, just kidding. I can read.
It's Beast.
Well, you're Beast too. Um, I honestly like when they debuted Weiss's design at RTX with the other girls. I was sitting there looking at that braid, and I'm
Oh,
like, "You just
your neck
saved."
just hurts looking at it, huh?
No, no, because honestly, like please don't restart. Wait an hour. My computer was like, "It's almost time to restart." And it was like, "Wait
No.
an hour, please." Um, oh, B Master, that'd be cool. How about a Grim based off the Gasha Dokuru? That would make an amazing boss Grim. That really would. Um,
Don't mind me as I copy and paste that into Google so I know what it is.
but no, Weiss's ponytail wasn't horribly heavy. I mean, yeah, it kind of pulled the wig a little bit, just from those years ago that I cosplayed Weiss. But I was looking at Braid and I'm like, okay, artist, you literally just saved every Weiss cosplayer for eons from now, sitting there just complaining and crying about trying to detangle that ponytail because it is the worst thing to do. Because they say in order to store long wigs or ponytail wigs, you braid them, tie it off, and it keeps them,
Oh,
which it
yeah.
does. I've done that before, but
I didn't think about storage because all my
yeah,
wigs are short haired enough to not do that.
my Weiss wig, honestly, because I turn my wigs inside out. Just so they don't lose their shape. I kind
Yeah.
of just took the clip, wrapped the wig around my hair, and then just put it inside the wig, closed it, and stuffed it in a bag to never be seen again. So, because I retired that 2, maybe 3 years ago, as of
Oh,
now.
dang.
It was the Volume 1 Weiss. So, I had my time with Weiss, I had my time with Nora, and probably after if they do Red versus Blue with Halo 6, that's probably where I'll call it at Carolina.
Ooh. Also, it's
But that's
Halo
going to be like,
Infinite. Sorry.
well, yeah.
Just nitpicking.
Yeah, because I'm so glad they're going back to the Halo 3 thing, because Halo 5 armor can suck it.
uh, yeah. No, like 343, like what they did with Spartan armor at first was kind of a mess.
Yeah. Um, Hannah, honestly, also shout out because we have the same middle name, so. But honestly, like, when you I mean, this is coming from somebody with like 10 years of experience. Like, if you want to cosplay and the only thing that you could afford is to thrift store it, that's still a cosplay. It doesn't mean that you're any less just because you buy your cosplay or you can't fabricate it on your own. Like, if you want to cosplay as Weiss, find a dress at a thrift store, buy a wig, like
Yeah.
it still does get a little expensive depending on what you do, but
I mean, some of the
honestly,
cosplay I did this year was thrift store and modify.
yeah,
And
like
also like another cosplay, I just bought a cosplay a week ago and hopefully it'll arrive in time for Bonsai, and that would even need
because you have like two
modification once
weeks.
I get it.
See, I'm debating if I want to cosplay like to bonsai
Mm-hmm.
because I want to, but I also don't want to wear wigs. And
That's
I'm
a
also
mood.
still just. I mean, I don't even mind them anymore. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
having cosplayed Nora and then doing Carolina where I had my real hair and then speckling in a bit of Glinda. Yeah, that wig sucked because I'm so used to my regular hair again. But
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I honestly like. I know they're probably never gonna bring her back, but I miss Glinda. Like, even though Kathleen and RT had that huge fallout, I still
Uh
just want to see her in the background because
yeah.
my girl.
Would it be the first time they recast one Ruby?
Right.
Um, I mean,
I
they
I
recasted Mercury.
oh,
They
did they?
Yeah.
I didn't.
After Volume 2, they recasted Mercury.
Oh wow, I did
Yeah,
not know that.
you don't notice a difference, huh? Like they got a one of those professional voice actors to do them.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
yeah, and the
Hannah Ray,
changeover for that was a lot nicer compared to
it
other
was.
characters. Because that guy was like, "Oh yeah, I love the new guy. Da 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 da. I still work at RT. It's just voice acting wasn't my thing."
Yeah,
So,
yeah. See, I remember talking to Shannon about that whole fallout just because I was like, I was going to
wasn't
spend.
I with you when you talked to Shannon about the Fallout?
No, no. I mean, I probably talked a little bit about it,
Uh huh.
but it was on Messenger.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Oh, and there's Shannon McCormick. Just
McCormick,
so
yeah.
people know. Yeah, McCormick.
Sorry, the voice actor for Ozpin, Agent Washington. I talk to him often,
Mm-hmm.
and um, like I was just talking to him about it because I wanted to send something to Shivy, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to send for his Monty room, and
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't decide if I wanted to send Weiss, Nora, Glinda, or Carolina because I know that Monty did work on season 10. And I think he actually was the reason that we got to see so many faces, or at
Yeah.
least for 3 girls, um, for South CT and Carolina. But I was talking to Shannon about it. I'm like, I'm a little like Glinda looks really good, and I know he doesn't have any Glinda stuff in there, but I also don't want to disrespect the family by sending it because I know that it was brutal. And he goes, yeah, it was really, really messy. I mean, send it if you want, but it was messy. And I'm like, yeah. Um, yeah, no, Jean hair definitely, but also cutting wigs is horrible.
Yeah. Well, also, I think I got a wig that works for Jean's new
With
hair.
yeah, see, like if you can get one that's layered, all you have to really do is just spike it up like that. But if you have to cut it, good luck.
Oh my gosh! Wait, almost a year ago today, October 15th, 2018. I had this. This was for Naruto. Because
Oh
I didn't know how
god,
to spike a wig properly yet, and I used actual
dude.
stuff. Because I immediately was like, I think I could use my Naruto wig for that. So it's not so much like,
I mean,
um,
I'll help you try to restyle it if you want to, if you still have it.
oh, I've already restyled it properly
Oh,
for
okay.
Naruto, but I
Oh,
know
it's
how
your
to wash and restyle wigs. I'm a cosplayer.
okay.
No,
But I saw. I think it was Sip Loves RVB on Tumblr that said this. I could be wrong, but they were like, I swear to God, Jean is like every white boy wash fan art. And I'm just like, oh, you are not wrong, though.
yeah.
Like, it really is, though. Like, I know Wash is canonically blonde like Jean because you see his hair and it looks like Jean's hair, but it's honestly,
Oh yeah, and that like one shot you get like a
yeah.
snippet of it. Yeah.
But I honestly love Wash with two-toned hair. Like, two-toned hair is just cool no matter what colors
Yeah,
you use.
I agree with that. The fan art looks nicer that way.
Well, and I also joke that when Brandon does it, it makes him look like he's 25 again. Because I mean like that. He
Yeah.
was really happy though this year that he got to keep his beard. Because
Mhm.
last year he shaved it for Ozpin, but we also didn't have the Halo 5 armor, so the
Mhm.
Wash grew a beard. Joke hadn't come out yet, or it did, and we just were working on with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he got to keep his beard this year, and he was very, very happy about that. I'm like, dude, Ozpin would have a brown beard. Look at his other reincarnations. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one reincarnation though that Ozpin had. It was the one that I think started working on the cane, the one with like the mustache or no, the
Oh,
goatee.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That one looks so much like one of my friends. I'm just like, Ben, do it.
Yeah.
Because April's doing Ozma or has done Ozma,
Mm-hmm.
and then Brandon's done Ozpin. Um, one of I think Rin was trying to work on Ozma's like
Yeah,
original.
she abandoned that idea, I think.
Wasn't it for this last RTX she was trying, and then we were
Yeah.
like, "Eh." But
Yeah.
is it me, or do all of the characters Miles' voice now have the same hairstyle?
It's not you, Inspector Who. I think Miles just puts whoever designs his characters at gunpoint till they do it.
Probably. Also, Hannah Ray, if you want to see Wash with a scruffy beard, you should go and check out Woodpecker Cosplay on Instagram, because then you can see it.
Yeah, and then if you like his beard, you could donate to his Venmo so he could help his daughter out.
Nah, but that's Brandon. I know that's speculation. I don't know if it's actually been confirmed or not that Oz is the King of Vale. I haven't
Oh
heard
no,
of
it hasn't been confirmed yet. There's theories of it, and there's also a theory that Jean might be related to the King of Vale, or that King of Vale.
Yeah, I mean they kind of do. Like honestly, Reach, like even you look at Felix and it's like, yeah, it's slightly different, but it's still the same.
Yeah. Yeah, Brandon Dodge agreed. He said it's been speculated.
Oh my god, you do? Yeah, hi, I'm the Carolina that's always in his photos, so that's how you know I am, Hannah.
Yeah. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. I remember I shouted you guys out and showed your Instagrams to her on a stream once.
Hey, thanks. Also, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Like, I know it could be Hannah or Hana, or maybe I could be butchering it both, and maybe it's Hana.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Also,
just hope I'm saying it right. I'm sorry if I'm not.
yeah. Also, going back to Beatmaster 4's comment a while ago, where he said Ironwood beard versus Wash beard. Ironwood's new beard looks amazing.
Wait, where is this one? I've missed this.
You gotta scroll up a little bit.
I don't see it. I might be
okay.
delaying.
Okay. Well, he said, you know, Ironwood beard versus Wash beard, which is big.
Ironwood. I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Oh man. See. Oh, funny story. So I don't know if I told you this, David, actually, but when I built Glinda as a secret cosplay for Brandon. Thank you, Hannah. By the way, I love you. I was building Glinda as a secret cosplay to surprise Brandon with. Thank you. I like that compliment, and it makes me feel fuzzy. I love you. Please marry me. No, Hannah said, especially your Carolina one. You look so much like her.
Yeah.
It's really nice to not have to wear a wig with that, and I can just pop the helmet on and off. But anyway, so I made Glinda as a surprise cosplay for Brandon's Ozpin, because he was still like really into wearing it, and he looks really good in it. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, you both look really good in it. However, like, I don't know why when I saw you as Gwenda at Bonsai last year, I thought you were a lot older than you actually are. I don't know why. Gwenda honestly, just aged you somehow.
I mean, I don't. It's probably because I was wearing a freaking bombshell. And Wash is here. Who cares about the boyfriend? The bird is here. But anyway, it's probably because I was wearing a bombshell and like actually looked like a freaking librarian and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I did not tell him that I was building that, and I was like, oh, I'm building the secret cosplay and blah, blah, blah. And he kept trying to like guess counterparts to it. I'm like, I don't even remember exactly how it goes, but he goes, oh my gosh, are you going to be like Penny or something? And I was like, yeah, totally. Yeah. How'd you guess? Is it because she's a redhead with green eyes? And yeah, so he was like, oh my gosh, what if you did Penny and I did Ironwood? Oh, that'd be so cool. So he actually started sending me Ironwood cosplays that he could buy since it was really close to Bonsai. He's like, what about this? What about this? What about this? And then I was playing it the entire time. Like, yeah, that looks good, but maybe hold off on it for RTX.
Okay. Okay, so he didn't spend money on one yet. Okay.
which I was making sure of that because I knew that I wasn't doing Penny. I was like halfway done with Glinda.
Yeah.
But anyways, I kicked him out. South Susan and I kicked him out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Cole, just so we could get changed and stuff like that. Because she was getting into her ball gown, Blake, I think is what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was getting to Glinda, and I'm sitting on that bed, and we tell the boys to come in, and Brandon walks in, and he stops, and he looks at me like, and he just gets this big smile on his face, and he just sits there, and he goes, "That's not who I thought it was." Because I told him, oh my gosh, it was funny though. But you said Ironwood, and that just reminded me of a story I totally forgot.
Throwback. Yeah.
Anna, it's hilarious because my mom actually is blonde.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't. Hello. That was the boyfriend walking behind. I don't know if you'll see him right here.
Yeah. I've been watching. Oh yeah, I saw him. I've been
Yeah,
watching the stream via YouTube. I haven't been like on the Discord because I'm
Hannah,
worried about
look
screen.
what I have for you. It's a scruffy beard. It's a scruffy wash beard.
Hi, Brandon.
But no, one of your somebody that follows you on Instagram is in the chat right now. Hannah Ray.
Hi.
Hi. I don't know if you can hear that, but
we did.
okay. So
I try not to interrupt your thing.
it's David. He offered for you to even be on this one, but you said no.
No, I didn't say no.
Yeah.
I just
Hi. Yeah, I did offer for him to be on, but
He
Yeah.
worked late. Is Iron Daddy gonna die? I hope not,
dude,
because he's the only one that fights with a gun and nothing else.
well, yeah, gun. You got to keep the legend not going on, but I feel like he's had some like death flags as early as Volume 4 or even Volume 3. Like there's been some weird foreshadowings that he's
Honestly, he probably will down the road, but I don't think the Volume 7 is where it's gonna be.
it could be Volume 8 maybe. It's definitely
Yeah.
during the Atlas arc or
Oh yeah.
near the end of it.
I mean, I hope he doesn't because I think he's really cool and he's a character that I think we should just have. I want to see him better fleshed out because
Yeah.
I'm so mad that they didn't flesh out a lot of the freelancers like they should have. But I'm gonna not talk about a certain one that I think should have been fleshed out more for sake of not getting murdered by my boyfriend. So
Is it York?
yeah.
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 I remember when I flirted with the idea of cosplaying York, but I didn't.
I had a York and then we broke up.
That's giving me war flashbacks to certain Carolina that I was wanting to be
Yeah.
York for, but
gun, the gun that fires smaller guns.
dude, like someone who's an animator doesn't have to be the best of animation by any means, but please make a or even still art. Make a Ironwood shooting a gun out of his gun, please.
Jason, wait, do it.
RTAA. Yeah.
How much Eb has been harassing Jason about working on season 18 though. It's been hilarious.
Yeah, every now and then I would see you tweet something about it. I'm like, yo.
Yo, what you do?
Yeah.
His death will probably be Endgame protecting his babies. I mean,
Oh.
I kind of don't. I mean, I could see that, but also he wasn't there to protect Penny, so I don't know.
Hey, that was special circumstances.
Was it though? Was it?
No, it was. because no one would have predicted Pyrrha would be the killer, like not even Pyrrha knew she would be the killer of Penny, like those circumstances were specially set up.
They really were.
Yeah.
Beautifully though, by the way, but
tragically
it was
beautifully.
horrible, but beautiful.
Yeah.
But no, one of my friends, we were talking back with the whole Volume 3 stuff, and after it wrapped up, we were talking about the entire just season. I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody knew Pyrrha died. And she looks me dead in the eyes and goes, I knew Pyrrha was going to die. I was like, how? And she was like, have you watched the opening? I'm like, yeah, like once. And she goes, remember when they're all holding hands in the circle and they're falling and then
Pyrrha's
Pyrrha
the
starts
first one
break
to
foot?
go
Yeah.
away.
She's like, that minute I knew that something bad was going to happen to her, if not dying. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
went back and watched it and I was like, what? You're
Yeah.
on a wizard.
There was like, it was when she kissed Jean that I knew that she was gonna die for sure.
Yeah.
There was stuff leading up to that I was like, she's gonna die, but I'm gonna deny it. And then like during the fight, like there's me saying this on recording, like, oh, like I know she's going to die in this fight, but then like at some point it faked me out a bit. Like I just wanted to hope that
Yeah.
I was
See,
wrong.
honestly, I love watching Jen's reactions to everybody getting new designs, and she's just like, what could Pyrrha have looked like? And I'm just like, I feel
Beautiful.
that also.
She would have looked beautiful.
Oh, I know. Like, I honestly, like, I don't know. I would love to see Pyrrha now, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like if they brought her back, it would just ruin it almost.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't want Pyrrha to come back. Penny, even Penny, I'm a little shaky on, but she would at least be believable on coming back.
Mm-hmm. See, I've actually seen people on Twitter now going, don't bring Penny back, because you can bring Penny back, but you can't bring Penny back because she had her soul. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of like how, you know, like if a pet dies, they say you can always get another dog, but it won't be the same dog.
Yeah.
That was kind of the reasoning that they had behind
Or
it.
like how Epsilon isn't exactly church, but he is church.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like I kind of hope if Penny comes back, they do kind of pull an Epsilon / Terminator 2 on it, where Ruby kind of like gets this pretty much like totally not Penny, even kind of like soulless, you know, like no personality. It just kind of like teach Penny how to Penny, and then the Penny becomes more fleshed out as a character, and it's all emotional and cute.
So B-Master said, my god, Tin Man stiffens up a lot in, oh my god, the chat, a lot in the story. There are a lot of mythological beasts that can turn people into stone or stiffen them. If we ever see a Gorgon Grim near Ironwood, we know. I think, honestly, if we ever did see a Gorgon Grim, that could be a really cool also turning point for Nora, because we all know she's based off of Thor.
Mm-hmm.
And Thor, and in Ragnarok, kills the giant serpent. And Medusa's hair is full of a bunch of serpents, so that could be a really cool moment for Nora swinging in to save the day, and it's bam, you know. But that a Gorgon Grim could be really cool.
Yeah. Crap. So, speaking of like character designs and like predicting deaths, I made a Ruby crack theory on Twitter yesterday that suddenly started catching traction right before VYTALCast went live. Mm-hmm. I made it a crack theory that Jean's new design, specifically with the hair, was for people to like emotionally distance themselves from him before they kill him off this volume. And I was talking to Rin, and it really reminded me that I should just have Rin on sometime, especially because she thinks a lot like Aaron, which is funny because Rin's name is also Aaron. But she talked to, well, when I made a post on Instagram saying like, oh my gosh, Jean looks like Cardin Winchester, and she said, and I joked about like, you know, they're gonna kill off Jean, and she's like, actually, David, I think you're onto something, because them making him look like Cardin Winchester might be foreshadowing towards a death. And then it reminded me of the Team Juniper will die theory. Mm-hmm. And this theory was like pretty early. It might have been what AC Gears and Arms was talking about when he said someone predicted Pyrrha's death as early as Volume 1.
Yeah, that was like Volume 1, Volume 2 that it popped up. Like, I wouldn't say later than Volume 2.
Yeah. And so basically the theory was Pyrrha was going to get shot by an arrow, which happened. And then, like, Jean, because he's based off of Joan of Arc, would be burned at the stake by Cardin Winchester. And she's like, well, what if, like, the design resembling Cardin is a nod towards Cardin coming back, and I was like, oh crap, that reminds me of the theory. And I told her the theory, and she was like, oh, yeah, okay, we're scared for Jean now.
Yeah, honestly, that too, or
Cinder.
like,
Cinder's the only other
well,
person I could think of burning Jean alive.
well, honestly too, like you could see hair as like a change of character too, because I mean, you
Mhm.
just, excuse me, you just saw him see that statue of Pyrrha right there at the very end, and then nearly get taken out by that grim Godzilla, and
Yeah.
now they're like, oh crap, well, we're getting arrested by Atlas probably. Like, what's that gonna do to him? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Because I mean, you know the whole like half truth of when people are done with the world, they cut their hair.
yeah.
So
Oh gosh. Well, it's that and like girls after a breakup.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
Or
move
like that's
on
how
to
you knew
cutting
they
hair.
cared about the relationship was if they changed their hair after the breakup. But um Jean also looks very much more confident and laid back in the picture with his hair.
He does, yeah.
Like I wonder if like he got the hair and is feeling more confident about himself because we do see him stepping more into the leader role in volume 5 and 6.
Which makes me really happy.
Yeah.
Like, honestly.
He's been getting such good development, which is also what Ren and I talked about when we're like, oh no, he could die, and we started talking about all of his character development. We're like, because Jean is arguably one of the most relatable characters in the show.
Right, vomit boy, yeah.
Yeah, like because we've all been that loser and want to eventually become the underdog, and Jean is that character.
And some of us have never grown out of it.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay,
Yeah.
why cut hair when the weather is cold? Because honestly, long hair freaking sucks, dude.
And
Like,
honestly, as someone who's had long hair and short hair, there's not much of a difference in the weather.
really, there's not. Like, the nice thing is like, yeah, my hair is like down to here. Like, it's about the bottom of my rib cage. So it's nice on the neck, like, but only at the back of the neck, because I'm not going to wrap my hair around me like a scarf, you know? But yeah, as somebody that's had hair down to my waist and hair that's like pretty much David's length right now, it's not that much different. But
Yeah.
oh my gosh, yeah, Hannah, I feel that. She said I watched Epsilon's death right after one of my aunts passed away, so that episode in season 13 broke me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I feel that. I'm sorry, by the way, that sucks.
Speaking
And
of Jean in front of the statue, that was what happened with me. Like, my father figure died the Sunday before that episode came out.
see, mine was when in season 17, which if you haven't seen this, there's spoilers. I'm warning you. It's been out long enough. I don't care. No, I'm kidding. It's like so basically Wash has memory problems right now because he got shot in the neck and lost oxygen to the brain for
Yeah,
about
that
7
happened like
minutes.
season 15. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened season 15, but 16 and 17 kept alluding to it and trying to mess with it, basically. And so they basically have to reset the timeline, and then there finally comes a point where that's the last thing that they need to fix before it deviates, is him going back and getting shot again. And there's this moment that Carolina basically realizes that, oh, you didn't bring me here for a mission. You brought me here to say goodbye. Because Wash is completely cognitive at that point. Like, this is before they kind of like reset the timeline to where he didn't have brain damage from it. And now they have to go basically give him brain damage again. And she actually, for the first time that you see in the entirety of Red versus Blue, starts to cry.
Oh.
And that right there, which I remember talking to Greg about, Greg Slagle, the producer. Producer? Greg was the producer, right? For 17?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't pay
No, I was asking Brandon. He had his headphones on.
Sorry.
But yeah, I was talking to him about that because right at that point is when my grandma's dementia started getting really, really bad. And she had like just fallen and broken her hip. She had just like the dementia got worse after that too. Because she had to have hip surgery on it. So it was like this really bad time in my life. And she got me into cosplay. Like I told her I wanted to and she helped me build it. Like she's my best friend in my family, if you don't count him. But anyway, so that episode aired and Brandon and I were just laying in bed watching it, and I just remember busting out crying after that because I'm like, I get it, Caroline, I get it, I get it. But then I was telling Greg, I'm like, honestly, that episode meant a lot to me because I was being like the really tough stoic, like, oh, I'm not gonna cry because I have to be tough for my grandma, and then kind of adopting the Carolina personality, like how we all kind of adopt our characters' personalities a little bit. Yeah. And then seeing Carolina cry for some reason helped me be able to cry over it. And it was really nice because then I was able to start coping with it. But yeah, it was definitely something. Let's see. No, I was just looking at you. Maria's probably fine, but maybe Crow gets a coat.
Yeah.
Give Crow
I was going to say, we've
coat.
only had Maria for one volume. Like, I think it's a little early to give her a redesign.
Yeah. But, yeah, I love Maria. She's so cute. And I love that Ash Weiss did that cosplay of young Maria. That's so beautiful.
Oh,
like,
yeah, I haven't seen that in person yet.
Oh, it's so pretty. Oh. I remember being in the RT Cosplayers Discord server, which, hey, if you want that, let me know. Or let David let me know to get y'all at that. Because it's fun, it's a really fun server. But, yeah, it was very pretty, and I just remember watching the construction, and then she got to meet Miles, and Miles was like, oh, that was so cool, oh my gosh. You know, that kind of stuff, which I've had those things with Miles before, one with Carolina and then one with Magnold, actually. Gamer Nicholas 23, I'm on server. But hello, I haven't been active in that one because I've been busy dying, but yeah, no, it's such a cool cosplay to look at, and her scythes are really, really well done. Like, I was looking at them and just like, yes, I loved it.
Dude, I love it when like cosplay props are like really good.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, this reminds me, I don't know why, but Maria is an insane old woman, and I love it. Well, then you're gonna freaking love me when I get to be old as dirt, because I'm already insane. But no, I've been seeing a lot of rumors about Weiss kind of following Winter's path, and I'm here for it. Like, I love Winter as a character. Like, she's freaking cool, and just like what she's done, and basically how she said "screw you" to her dad.
Yeah.
We see Weiss kind of going down that route. I hope Weiss does go down that route because she kind of needs it. Like, she's been growing farther and farther away from him and getting more independent. It would almost feel like an injustice to bring her back to the "oh yes, dad" kind of.
Oh, you know. Dude, it really would, because like Volume 4 did so much to like build her character. It would be a slap in the face to Volume 4.
Well, see, and it's like, I could see them playing that of like, you know, hey, Father, I've done something really stupid. Like, you know, please forgive me. I found my, you know, blah, 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 that, you know, kissing butt thing. Just use him. But I honestly think that right now, Weiss would probably get a little bit too much PTSD or something from even seeing him. Yeah. Especially slapped her upside the head when last time she saw him. So, like, I know she's probably going to run into him. But at the same time, I hope she doesn't. Or if she does, at least her team is there. Because I know her, especially Yang, would probably crap.
You remember the Ruby panel from Level Up Expo, right?
Barely. But yeah.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so I kind of have a prediction on when they're going to meet Jacques in the volume. Or at least it might include a interaction with him. If he hadn't already bumped into them before then in preparation for it. But Aaron and Barbara keep talking about an Atlas ball. And they've hinted at it quite a few times, specifically for a Bumblebee moment. So if that hasn't been cut on the cutting room, then I think that will definitely be a moment where... because Jacques would totally be at the ball.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that's what you do in high class societies. You go everywhere. Like,
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're having operas, so like, why not be at the ball too?
yeah. See, I saw the rumors and the speculation that Jacques was actually working with Salem, and
I
I
don't think
love
he
that.
is.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't be mad if I saw it, but I also wouldn't expect it.
I
Um,
think Jacques would never put himself underneath another person.
yeah, I can see that. I also saw this theory that Watts and Jacques were actually related because they look similar. They have similar hairstyles. I was
um,
like, I dig it. I dig it.
my
Because
friend Cal was like the one of the people that talked about it or came up with it. She
it
made a
might have been.
whole video on it, and I think I just saw her mention in the chat. Uh, oh yeah. Inspector Who's I kind of have to agree with Cal. Blake's hair needs to be a little wavy. I'm sure in motion it'd be a little better,
Yeah.
but I love
So,
the hair.
oh, Weiss's dad reminded me of the director and Carolina's relationship. See, it does and it doesn't to
Doesn't,
me. Like
yeah.
with the disconnect there and the I want you to love me. Why are you being a dick? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the director still really did love Carolina deep down. He just didn't know how to cope with the grief of losing his wife. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Like, I look at that dynamic and see, like, okay, yeah, that's how it goes. But no, I see where you're getting that though. But yeah, AC Gears and Arms said, was Winter right to leave the family or was she selfish? Honestly, I mean, this is my personal belief. Like, you don't have to agree with it if you don't want to. It's like, I personally believe that she did the right thing because if what we've seen from Weiss and Jacques' interaction,
Mm-hmm.
Winter pretty much said that. I mean, it's pretty much implied that Winter went through the same thing because it was
Yeah.
Winter supposed to be the actual heiress before she stepped out, and then it
Well,
fell to
Winter
Weiss.
Winter talked to Weiss about it in Volume 3
Yeah,
in the
but it's
training
like
scene.
I personally believe that she was in the right to do it. I just
Okay, sorry. I just saw my friend Arnold, Murder of Birds, in the chat. He's like, I'm so glad I just finished RVB season 10 before seeing this live stream. Okay, just please don't talk about anything beyond season 10 of RVB
oh,
because he's doing a reaction season and I really don't want to see like him be like, well, dang, I know this has happened. Anyway, hi Arnold, how are you? Um,
hey, Murder of Birds, get on it. No,
no,
seriously, it's getting good.
no, trust me. Like starting now till like pretty much a little bit after volume 7 ends, he's gonna be nonstop busy. Like don't pressure him any more than he's already been pressured.
Oh, do it all before season 7 premieres. How about that? No, I'm kidding.
No, he's already too busy. I said that. Okay.
Will you get something out of the thing for me? I want to show Murder of Birds. I'm gonna be mean and spoil one thing. Get
No,
the.
what? No, hey, no, stop it.
It's not a huge spoiler. You're
No,
fine.
stop it.
Open it. Get the big round thing. Yeah. You're not supposed to say what it is.
Is it the armor?
They can hear you. Oh, hand me that.
Can
though.
we?
This is the gun, by the way, David.
Okay, yeah, I see the gun.
Yeah, that's the other piece of it.
Oh yeah, how the gun broke. Yeah. Oh
Here,
man.
trade. Don't get that off.
Yeah,
your
Arnold.
finger.
Arnold's already teasing leaving. Look.
Hey.
You're bullying Arnold. Oh, the armor. Yeah, I mean, he's seen pictures of the.
This is what you have to look forward to. Like,
For
can
all
you
we know, he walked by you
that?
at RTX wearing that.
Probably. Seriously, catch up. This is the beauty that you have to look forward to.
Yeah, it's been on all the promo and posters. Okay, armor stuff is not too bad. But
Show him
gosh.
the armor. I me a shoe though. I gotta show you guys this BS.
Oh
Halo
yeah, like
5.
how you.
This is my shoe, right? This thing was so freaking annoying. I called Brandon crying about it. How do I even connect
Gosh.
this thing? It doesn't. And it's so funny because literally all you could hear down the hall was just like I don't know if you can hear that, but it's
No, I
literally
can't.
clicking. Like,
Oh, the clicking.
That clicking is literally what it sounded like walking down the halls. It was just click, 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 especially on Brandon, and it felt like I was in freaking Monty Python.
With coconuts. Yeah. Um. Anyway, back to what we were talking about, like Winter in particular, and her doing the right thing and leaving. Like her leaving basically inspired Weiss and showed Weiss like, hey, this is possible. Like you could live
Yeah.
life outside of the shadow of Jacques and like out of his control.
And it also like super strengthened her character too, because it's like when oh, he already knew the armor updated. Oh well, I tried. Anyways, it like honestly getting out of bad environments is so freaking empowering, because I had this relationship a long time ago where all I was just arm candy to him, and I was, can you get out? It's like literally though, all I was arm candy to him. I got stood up so many. I mean, it didn't last longer than 6 months because I finally was like, "Screw you, dude."
Okay, yeah.
But it's like, and he wanted to cosplay the Joker, right? Well, I can't stand Joker and Harley Quinn at all.
No,
Like,
yeah, that's a no
just
TP for
sight of
me.
him, I'm just like, you know. But he wanted me to cosplay Harley, and I said, absolutely not. I can appreciate Harley Quinn, but I'm not pairing it up with your Joker, especially because I don't even like the Joker. He gives me the creeps. And he literally hosted a Harley Quinn competition to find the best Harley Quinn to be compatible with his Joker.
You don't do that with cosplay in general.
You don't do that with a girlfriend.
Yeah,
So
well, that on top, but I'm just saying, like, dick move plus dick move equals an even bigger dick move.
He didn't even bother to hide me from it. He posted.
Okay, but yeah.
Because I told him, I told him, I'm like, if you want to have another Harley Quinn cosplayer be with you, fine by me. I don't care. I'm just not going to do it. And he goes and posts, my girlfriend said this was okay, so I'm hosting a competition for the best Harley Quinn cosplayer to be with my Joker. He's not even relevant anymore after we broke up, and it was so empowering. But honestly, even just leaving that situation was empowering for me, because I finally, like, you know, the whole time I was like, what was I doing? Why was...
Yeah.
You know, yes, Brandon Dodge. That was Brandon Wash. That's Brandon Wash. We'll just call him
Brandon Wash. But yeah, basically, you felt like Winter when she left the family, and now she stands proud. You know, whenever you see her, she's chin up and always
and
like...
honestly, it's so funny because like I honest to God hope that this happens with Weiss too, because it's like with me. I kind of like, I was in the anime scene, and then when I started dating him, I kind of got more into the comic scene. And that's where I met most of my friends. Like, if I wouldn't have gotten into that comic scene, I might not have met Brandon.
Yeah.
But it's like, he wanted to be the #1 Winter Soldier cosplayer, and he wanted to have the recognition of Sebastian Stan as being the #1, and he wanted to be world renowned, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, hi, I'm a cosplayer. And I didn't really expect anything from that. But then after we broke up and after word got around of what he actually was doing, and people were like, nah, man, you ain't relevant no more, he kind of just disappeared. And then since then, like, I don't want this to sound like gloating, because it's not. I had this constant rise of just good things happening. Like, I had, you know, like,
well, like you got Shannon and Jen's recognition for...
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
but,
okay, sorry.
Even with Magnild, like those, 4 years ago? Was it 4 years ago that I had Magnild? I'm not talking to you anymore. You have your headphones in all the time. How long ago did I do Nora? Was that like 4 years ago? Oh my God, you help so much.
Yeah, I think that was 4 years ago. I translated. That was 4 years ago.
It's like I had Ren Fisher Creations help me with Magnild, which she did a lot of the work, but she also taught me how to 3D, like, put together 3D prints, how to finish them, that kind of stuff, more so than what I learned before the armor, because this is way before Carolina's time.
Yeah.
It's like I have Miles and Barb's signature on Magnild, but they both could not get over it, and Barb actually remembered me from Anime Expo when Volume 4 premiered, so it was Volume 4 premiere.
Yeah.
But they both remembered me even like 2 years later. And then I went on just to cosplay Carolina because I freaking loved her and thought it was fun. And then next thing you know, I'm dating Wash, which was foreshadowing enough. And then it just took off in the Red versus Blue fandom. People were like, what? And I don't know how it happened. It just did. Like, we posted pictures, and then all of a sudden people were like, woo! And I was like, okay, hello. But then it's like, Shannon and Jen know who we are. I talked to, Shannon and Jen for probably at least a half an hour at RTX last year when we were all out to dinner together. And
you went to dinner with them?
I was at the Oxford Comic Cafe dinner, and they showed up, and I was just, because I was having a really bad night.
Okay, so they showed up. Okay.
Yeah. And
I thought they like invited you to go with them. I'm like, man,
no,
I knew you were close, but like,
I wish. No, I actually was the one that gave Jazz, god damn.
Jen.
Yeah, Jen, the contacts for Pyrrha. Those are the ones that I use for Carolina.
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. But it's like, it's crazy. After I got out of that situation, it's like I got everything that he wanted and more. So it's like I'm looking at this play out through Weiss and Jacques' relationship, and I'm like, honest to God, I hope you get the company. I hope you get your mother, and I hope that guy lands in jail or something. Like, honestly, like, and also thank you for all the sympathy, you guys. I love you all.
Honestly,
But,
I'm almost willing to bet that's why they're in the mines. Like, I think that might be unrelated to the relics.
yeah.
Other than
Ooh.
possibly gain the relic of knowledge back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See,
'Cause
I
they lost
honestly, I kind of hope that the mines are hiding a relic. Like,
Oh,
and
they gotta,
I honestly hope Jacques knew about it, or at least the mother was hiding it, because it'd be cool to see the mom hiding it, just be like, yeah, why do you think I was never around? I was protecting you. But yeah, it's.
I mean, she was alluded to like being drunk in the garden in Volume 4.
Is she drunk, or is it underneath the garden and she's just preparing everybody for? I don't know. Maybe she's pulling a Crow where she can only fight really well when she's drunk, and
Oh, okay.
the garden because one of the relics is underneath the garden.
Okay, speaking of Winter and Crow, I know people talked about Crow possibly getting a costume change. I think his outfit will change when he sobers up, and I think Winter is going to help him sober up. Or like we already know he's trying to now at the end of Volume 6, but I think he's gonna go to Winter because Winter hates him for being a drunk, and I think it's gonna make.
Well, and Ruby hates it too. You can tell.
Oh yeah. She hates it.
If anything, he's probably doing it for Ruby and nobody else. Like.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely doing it for her, but like I think he's gonna end up going to Winter for additional help. Like I think he's gonna be having his support circle, and she's gonna be a part of that.
Or
and she'll
maybe
be very disciplined.
That every time he picks up a beer bottle, Yang just like sucker punches it out of his hand.
Dude, I want that. If not in the canon show, put it in Chibi. Like, just have a like how Red vs. Blue does their PSA episodes. Just like do something like that with Yang punching the glass out of his hand.
I honestly God wanted to do that and just like cut him, and then he's like, you know what, screw it, not worth it. So AC Gears and Gamers asked, how do you go to the bathroom properly if you're in cosplay with lots of complex parts on the costume? You take off the costume.
Yeah.
Like literally, in order to go to the bathroom in Carolina, I took off the entire upper half of the armor. And then, I mean, I left some of it attached to like the undersuit, but then I would like pull the undersuit halfway off and just let it hang around my hips and kind of just like waddle into the bathroom and then do what I needed to do and then come back out and suit up. But it just depends on what the costume is, because sometimes you can just kind of move stuff around and it works. But if it's armor, you gotta take as much of it off as you can.
Yeah.
So, let's be honest, once Crow and Winter meet up again, the amount of fanfics and art being made will increase by 50%. You're probably not wrong.
Us Snowbird shippers are out there, yo.
Oh, man. I'm glad that you had a falling out with that person, though, Ray. Or Hannah. God, I just called you Ray. Like, oh,
what?
Man.
I don't need that. Okay, what? Okay, who? What? Inspector. Okay, so Hannah Ray said, "Poor David baby doesn't need that mental image," and then Inspector who says, "Crow will Crow finally say winter is coming?" And now I'm just like, who said what? Who said what that led to that?
It was probably the comment about the fanfics going up by 50% once she acted.
Oh. Yeah, I can see where that's going. Also, Stoic the Dragon Eater said, or Willow's just missing her first love that she lost and trying to find them in a bottle, which is very emotional and painful, and thanks for that.
Wait, Willow, is that
That's their
mom's?
mom. That's Winter and Weiss's mom.
I didn't know they actually gave her a name. That's cool.
Yeah, you want me to tell you about an awkward moment about not knowing parent names?
Yes.
I mentioned this last week on VYTALCast too, but like, okay, back between volumes 2 and 3, I made a dumb theory because there was like back then Crow being the real father theories were more common because Ty wasn't really mentioned a whole lot, and I had a dumb theory that Crow was the real father of both Yang and Ruby. And then people pointed out, which I didn't know how they got the information at the time, but Raven and Crow are twins, and ew. So, yeah, so naturally I deleted the post as soon as I found that out.
Oh.
Yeah.
I almost feel bad for baby David because, yeah.
Yeah.
I can only imagine like how white your face went when you found that out.
No, yeah. Yeah, sometimes I make theories based on little to no information, and they are terribly
Sometimes
wrong.
those are the best theories, though.
Yeah, I mean, one of the, quite a few of them have came almost canon, so I'm happy with that.
Could you go? But I saw this one on Twitter a while ago. It was like, watch Dick Simmons' dad actually be a dick, and I was just like, then they're both dicks, though.
Mm-hmm.
Not my red baby.
Master Forces. Yeah, I'm reading the same comment. David, I don't think Alabama is a place in Ruby, which fair, yeah.
I have a friend that lives in Alabama, and she's like, honestly, sometimes the stereotypes are true.
Stoic, thank you for empathizing with me, saying you're the only one though, David. Yeah, and also like once Ty was introduced, that's when like I kind of started to ditch the Crow is the real father of Ruby theory because naturally I ditched the he's the father of Yang theory really fast, but.
Yes, by the way, Simmons' dad is Sarge, even though they barely talk. But yes, Sarge is everybody's dad. But especially Carolina's, and don't you change that. She needs a good dad in her life.
Oh, Willow's not a canon name? Really? Although Stoic said that Monty accidentally leaked the name out.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah.
It probably will start with a winter. Watch it be Wyvern.
Wyvern. It's a W name for sure.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be Jackalope Schnee.
Jackalope Schnee. We got Jacques Schnee and Jackalope Schnee.
And then all the kids have to be W's.
Oh man.
Yes, B Master. It's pretty much. They pretty much made it canon that Sarge is Boomstick's dad. I mean,
from Death Battle.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, oh man, my phone's gonna die. It's at 4%.
Oh dear.
Whoops.
Don't worry. I read the chat pretty actively.
Yeah, well, I like to read it too, just to see all the shit posting that goes on. Yeah, no, I pretty much take it as canonically, but yeah, no, I remember requesting Ebb to do this art of Carolina in red armor with Sarge, because Carolina with red armor would be cool. So I basically just was like, give her Halo 5 armor, but then make it red.
That would look really nice.
Oh, it did. It was so cool. And so I was just like, Ebb dropped it, and I was just like, thank you. And it got retweeted so freaking much. I was like, what's going on? My idea? People like my idea?
I mean, it's possible that I had, but it's
You
been so
probably
long.
have.
Yeah,
Let me see if I can grab it on Twitter.
yeah. Um, yeah, I'm really interested in seeing the Schnee family the most for Volume 4. Like, I want to see more of like that with the Schnee Dust Company and like the culture of Atlas, like how, because they have a huge pull and influence, being
Oh yeah.
probably the richest family there.
Oh, easy. I
Yeah.
honestly like. I want to see it really like snooty and upper class, but I also want it to be fun. Like, not the oh yes, I'm
Yeah.
Atlas, but it's like yeah, we're Atlas. We're really freaking smart.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of the trailer looks like they're down in Mantle. So,
Hmm.
and Mantle seems to be more of the, the common class and lower class. So we'll have fun because like a lot of the people walking around had really nice character designs, like
Oh yeah.
outfits and hair. There's a guy with blue hair I remember seeing.
Oh yeah. I dropped the picture in your Discord. I don't know if
Yeah,
you.
I saw the alert.
Yeah, but you'll enjoy it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Atlas and Mantle are like, just that whole
Mhm.
region, because now it's like we've pretty much seen everything. Maybe could you imagine Tucker trying to hit on Cinder?
Bow chicka bow ow.
Talk about
She,
taking a narrow to the E.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
But,
oh, uh,
no, good.
oh, I was gonna say, speaking of Mantle and all that, like the landing strategy thing that happened, like they made a Volume 1 reference in the trailer, or they're gonna be making a reference to the landing strategies back in
Oh
uh
yeah.
Volume 1, because like they all pretty much landed the same way as they did in
Oh.
Volume 1. Although I don't think we saw how Weiss landed in Volume 1, and
She
Ruby.
bounced from her glyphs and then
Yeah,
hit.
oh yeah, she bounced from her glyphs and ran. I guess she just did a more advanced version of that because she did a summoning glyph in the air and slid
Yeah,
down the sword, which
that was cool.
best girl.
Yeah, Sean still has no landing strategy. It's basically like
We're just gonna see him splat.
maybe
That's what's
that's
gonna
why they
happen.
changed his hair. Is he's just gonna splat.
Yeah. Um. Oh, okay. Like I know I talked and joked about Jean dying, but like if he dies, we have to have like him entering the afterlife scene and having Pyrrha like welcome and like bring him into
But
the
like
afterlife.
wearing Rin's version of the Fall Maiden to make you cry more.
Dude, okay. Did I
Your
tell
face.
did I tell you about what happened at Level Up Expo with her doing her
Yeah,
Fall
you did.
Maiden?
You told me the day it happened.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So those who don't know Rid, like look up Shelf Life Cosplay on Instagram or even on Twitter, but she cosplays a fan art version well, she made the version. It's basically what she imagined Fall Maiden Pyrrha would look like, and she's wearing like a Greek goddess dress and like it has fall leaves on it. And she wore it all around Level Up Expo, which I stepped on way too many times as Jean, being the natural goofball that Jean is, and
Right.
totally on purpose. Wink, wink, nod, nod. But we had this friend there that was rooming with us that had never seen Ruby, and we decided to show her Ruby Volume 1 through 3 in a night. And we get to the scene where Pyrrha dies, and you see the friend's face just like processing. Wait! We never saw Fall Maiden Pyrrha! You lied to me? It was just.
I still love this story, honestly.
Like I wasn't even watching Ruby with them. I was like across the room either playing on my Switch or like editing a react. I was probably editing like a Genlock season finale reaction video, and I was just like, like, honestly, one of the funniest things I saw all year was just her like, oh my gosh, no, processing. You lied to me.
Press F to pay respects to the friends. Because I'm also laughing at all of the oof that's in the chat right now.
Sorry, I'm just. I'm just sorry. Okay, it was also just really nice for me to experience because that person was also kind of annoying on the drive to Level Up Expo, so it was kind of like, ha, okay, but
Yeah, they were annoying, so this was their karma. Oh my gosh.
it was really funny, but it was also like that, a little bit of satisfaction. But yeah, um, yeah, he was great.
Oh man. Honestly, like the most eventful thing I swear that happened on our way back from Level Up was the freaking time zone change. We were staring at the clock. Yay! It's the new change.
Yeah.
Other than that, we were all just tired. Oh my gosh, going down, we were tired too. Like,
Oh,
yeah, because it was night.
so AC Gears and Arms is giving me the perfect segue to talk about my favorite theory that I made up. That for a while it seemed like the show was teasing being canon, but at this point I let go. So AC Gears and Arms said, "What happened to Pyrrha's soul? Is it in the afterlife or is it in limbo because of the Fall Maiden power transfer?" So let me tell you my theory that I made that was basically how can we include Pyrrha continuing on in the show but still have her dead? And uh, so my theory was, and Oscar was like a huge tease about this theory because of the whole thing with Osbin. I
Mhm.
thought like, what if the Fall Maiden powers also transfer with like a consciousness basically to like, hey, you got to help protect the world, blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
it takes on like the personality and personification of the previous holder. So like it was like, hey, what if Pyrrha is kind of technically alive in Cinder's head, telling her you gotta turn against Salem, you gotta like help save the world because that's what a Fall Maiden's supposed to do, and that Salem is kind of aware that the Maiden powers do this, and that's why she was always telling Cinder like, you gotta fight it, you gotta make that power yours, which I guess it was a grim arm she was talking about after all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I would still argue that was about the Fall Maiden powers, because at the end of Volume 4, you see her burning Grim using the Fall Maiden powers, and they're still like, you gotta make that power yours, own it, and blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
but yeah,
See, I honestly want to know more about the redheaded woman we saw at the end of, what was it,
hmm,
6?
like what's her name?
Yeah, like, even if it's just like, this is her mom, and they just like literally come out and say, this is her mom, I'd be like,
Hmm.
okay, that's good. But I'm like, I swear to God, if they like reincarnated Pyrrha into the same damn person,
No, no.
pull it off.
They've I know on Twitter they've hard no, it's not Pyrrha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Or like any relation to Pyrrha or anything like that.
yeah.
Okay.
If
I honestly
anything,
thought, go ahead.
yeah, I think it's her mom, and I want to say they alluded on Twitter that it is her mom, but they've also just kind of left it like a it's up to you on who she
Yeah.
is. Like, is she Pyrrha's mom or is she just a random person that resembles her?
I swear though, if there's one shot, like if a huge war breaks out or something, I swear, if that Pyrrha statue gets destroyed, there will be a uprising.
Yeah, like my desk
Yeah.
uprising because I will be rage quitting at that.
Oh my gosh, I would be sobbing. Like, I think Brandon would have to like knock me out because I'd be so upset over that breaking. But oh my gosh, I that image of it just like coming down and like hitting her shoulder and just like just like popped into my head when they were bringing up the or when you brought up um like the transferring and all that, and I was just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, like it would have been kind of a painful experience for Pyrrha to experience if it was canon, but it's not. And
Yeah,
AC Gears and Arms said, to be honest, the show's reincarnation doesn't happen only for Osbin due to
yeah,
circumstances, which I agree with. And a part of my theory was because, especially once in Volume 6, they reveal that the maidens are kind of like his daughters, basically. Like, his daughters are.
they're inspired from his daughters. I think. Like, I have this theory that I think it'd be really cool that,
Mhm.
you know, they like the original maidens were the daughters before they died, but then their souls are just kind of bouncing around the world, still looking for their parents
Mm-hmm.
and trying to reunite or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's kind of what I was thinking was like, oh, because they're blood of Ozpin and Salem who had the powers, or, well, because they were blood related to Ozpin in particular, they kind of inherited parts of his curse. Because, like, you're half and half your parents' DNA. And it's like, well, what if they kind of got part of his reincarnation, but it only reincarnates their powers, not their souls? And because of that, it reminds Salem of their daughters as well. And that's one of the reasons and motivations for her to gather the maiden powers, basically. That, and they're a huge threat to her.
Oh, but... yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, well, because it's like, I look at that, but then it's like, I look at when Crow was telling them the story of the maidens around the campfire, and it's like, just these 4 random girls that happen to be friends that,
visited this old man.
Yeah, but it's kind of like, why were they... I mean, maybe they could have said this, like he was, needed help around somewhere, but it's like, I can't honestly remember, but it's like, why 4 girls, and why visit him of all the other old people, So I'm just like, I want to know how they tie that back together.
I mean, I think it's all by chance, but also keep in mind, in Volume 3, they said, like, a lot of the fairy tales have truth to them.
Yeah.
Not that they were literal word for word truth. Yeah.
Yeah. It's honest, like, I can't wait to see how everything goes down in RWBY, like, because it's gonna hit the fan soon. So
yeah, I bet all the footage they showed us in the trailer is from, like, the first 2 chapters and not beyond that.
Yeah, right. Hannah, I think his would be like an endurance boost. She asked, I wonder what Washington's semblance would be is if he was in RWBY. His definitely would be endurance, because they were telling the story of, cat with 9 lives, and that's like your spirit animal or whatever. Yeah, his would definitely be endurance, especially if you look at all the crap he'd been through mentally and physically, and he's still even remotely sane even after what happened. It's like, probably endurance.
Yeah.
Stoic says, that's why I strongly believe that the RWBY girls are the incarnations of the original maidens, still helping their old friend.
That's exactly what I was reading when you started reading that.
I honestly think the fairy tale is fake, something Ozpin uses as to explain, instead of, me and my wife got mads, the kids died, and that's how the maidens were born.
Honestly, probably why he screamed no so loud when RWBY was like, what's Ozpin hiding?
Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, and I mean, it would be freaking traumatizing to,
have that happen.
Yeah, to have that happen, just like
you wouldn't want to talk about that.
House cracks down on your kids, like,
Ooh.
And he saw their bodies too. Like, that's traumatizing.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here to tell you, as somebody who has seen somebody die in a wreck, it's still traumatizing to this day. So it's like, I can't imagine how he feels.
I haven't seen someone die in a wreck, but I did see someone die.
Yeah, it's like, it's regardless of the circumstance, it's traumatizing, and putting yourself in his shoes, where it's like, he knew what his wife had done. He didn't want his kids to have to deal with that, so he was trying to at least get them to safety, and she didn't even give the chance to explain, like, yeah, I get it, man, I get it.
Yeah. There's also been, like, the theory flying around that, like, Team RWBY would become the maidens, which is, tied to what Stoic said.
Yeah.
Some people, like Arnold, who was in the chat forever ago, I don't know if he's still watching, but I remember him in particular being very against that theory, just being like, no, that'll make Team RWBY way too OP. But considering Salem can't be destroyed, is it really that OP?
Well, see, it's like, I don't think that she's necessarily going to be destroyed. I think something is going to happen to her that makes her kind of go like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel bad swearing, but like,
yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't control other people's language on the stream. I just control my own. But I appreciate how much you've been holding back.
Yeah. I cuss like a sailor, guys. So the fact that I've said the S word twice, that's really impressive.
Yeah.
But Did you just fart? Oh my god, I
Knowing
heard this
Brandon,
like
he probably did.
yeah. No, I heard this like and it sounded like he farted. That or his knees cracked. I can't really tell because headphones. Um, see, it's like it'd be cool if Team Ruby got the maiden's powers, but then that would also require Yang having to kill her mother or one of them having to kill the mother.
Well,
But it's
it what if they didn't kill the mother? What if a bad guy killed the mother, and the mother's last thoughts were of Yang, and Yang inherits the powers?
yeah, but see, at the same time, it's like it almost would be too predictable for them to get all the Spring Maiden powers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think Nora's going to be the only one that's left, and it ends up being Nora and a couple other people. Like, honestly, I think Salem can be saved.
Mm-hmm.
The Silver Eyes are definitely going to have to do something with it, especially with how get the girl with the silver eyes, she is. Like, because that is an aspect of light.
Yeah,
at least from my understanding of it, but it's like that's gonna probably have something.
Well, you know how like she threw herself in the Grim pool?
Yeah.
I've wondered if it's like she's worried it might get rid of the grimification of herself. And she's worried about feeling human emotions again. Because ever since she threw herself in that Grim pool, she hasn't really felt human emotions.
Yeah. Or she has, and it's twisted and
but
impure or whatever.
I think she has like a lack of guilt.
Yeah, see, I kind of like what AC Gear said and said the simplest way to stop Salem is to fulfill the terms of the curse. The other way is to imprison her until the end of times, or the gods undo her curse. See,
Well, what I was trying to say is like if she starts feeling the human emotions, then it would be possible to cure her of the curse.
Well, see, and it's the reason that the gods punished her is because she was being selfish and trying to rebel everybody, and gods don't like that. Like,
nope.
No, it's like, I don't know, maybe she'll have like a coming to Jesus moment in that, I don't know, but no. But it's like, when you talk about magic, it's like, I mean, it's all, you like practice your own way and do your own thing. But when it comes to like divine powers or higher powers, there's always things that you have to do, even if it's not. Yeah, there's like little bits and stipulations that you have to do or you have to follow or it won't work. And it's like, like fulfilling the terms to the curse of making her realize that she's selfish and cruel and doesn't know her place in the cycle of life. It's, she's either going to have to figure that out or they're going to have to make her figure that out. But the question is, how would she figure that out? Like, and especially since magic was so popular during her time,
Yeah.
But I swear, though, Hannah, it does. Like, certainly, as somebody that has dabbled in it, it certainly does come back threefold. But it's like, I swear, though, if Oz and Salem have a "I'm sorry, honey, I should have understood you better" moment, I am going to throw a chair.
Well, I wonder if, like, maybe if she's cured and she finally, like, dies, or, like, they're both kind of let go of their curses, basically, they'll have a moment like that. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's almost kind of a given, but...
Yeah, like, it'll kind of, like, he'll return to his former self, she'll return to her former self, they'll be like, "We can finally be together in heaven, whee!" and disappear, but, But it's like, honestly, like, I kind of, as great as that would be, I don't want that. Like, I feel like it would be, like, way too predictable.
Well, and I don't think that's where the series would end.
No, it wouldn't, but...
Yeah, I think they go a step further than curing Salem and essentially defeating her. I think they'd still have some sort of conflict or endgame after that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the Maiden's powers aren't all that pure. Who knows? Because I mean, look at Cinder and corrupting the actual use, and because the wizard gave them the powers to help with good and
Mm-hmm.
keep good and keep good things going, keep humanity protected. But it's like you look at the way that Cinder is just corrupting it, and even kind of Raven too. Like if you really want to dive into
Yeah.
hiding it and having it be Vernal and all that stuff, it's like I think it's gonna be two maidens against two maidens in like the long run.
Oh yeah, like even numbers.
Hmm. Even playing field, and it's
Would
gonna get. I
do,
think it'll get messy.
do you think that's kind of why Salem is keeping Emerald around? Because she's the only other girl that's like around on Team Evil, and she hasn't
I
really
don't
done a whole lot for Salem. And you see how Salem treats people who mess up. Cinder, um, so it's like maybe she's keeping Emerald as like a reserve maiden or to like be the host of the other maiden powers.
Yeah, like if Cinder fails her, just you know, but,
Gosh.
break down. I mean, she technically could walk straight into Beacon, throw Cinder in that machine, throw her in the other one, and be like, "Boop! I know this because my husband made it." Boop.
Dude, they don't even need the machine. They just use the Grim thing that Cinder used.
Oh yeah, but would Cinder use it on herself to yeet her own powers into Emerald? That's the question.
No, no, no. I think if anything, Salem would force Emerald to do it.
Yeah, that's
Because Emerald is definitely like a prisoner of her own sorts right now with
oh
Salem.
yeah. Well, it's like you can see that she wants to like just nope out, but she's
Hmm.
scared dude, because Salem will chase her down.
No, I don't think Salem will let her out of the house.
Mm-mm.
Like she'd be like,
No way.
"Oh, you're almost out of the house. You're dead."
Yeah, get back in here. You.
Yeah.
Oh man, I honestly like ever since we got that huge fleshed out gorgeous Ozma and Salem backstory, I'm just like, give more please for Salem. Like I want to know like everything about her.
Yeah, dude. Also,
Oh, we pretty much know it.
Salem grimified, but before the children died.
Oh my gosh,
Hot.
that it's
She
beautiful.
was
I
hot.
know.
Like it
I
was like
love
oof.
Carly Smith's cosplay of that. Like it is, she's just a
Mhm.
perfect Salem no matter what she does. But it's just that version also saves her neck from the 5 pounds of that hellish wig. But it's also just really, really pretty.
Yeah. Um.
That's cool. The theory that Neo will become a maiden since she's biding her time to get revenge, but she couldn't do that until
That would be
she can
cool.
merge something in her power. I agree. Like, I honestly wonder what they're doing with her, like
Uh.
keeping her around. Like,
Well, I think she's definitely going to try to avenge Roman somehow,
oh
and like make murder Cinder if she gets the
yeah, because
opportunity.
I'm kind of wondering if she's gonna be kind of like a Merc, where it's like I hate Team Ruby, but I also hate Cinder, so I'm gonna work with whoever just does best for me right now. Like that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of my theory back in Volume 4 even. Like I mean, so my theory on Neo was my other theory that the show kind of almost made canon. It
You and
uh,
you're almost cannons. Like you're
I
always
know. I know. Well, the Neo one is a little bit more exciting but frustrating on its own. Was like back in volume 4, I was like, "Oh yeah, I think Neo is going to spend the whole volume hunting down Team Ranger to get revenge on Roman." But in the middle of the fight, Ruby is like, "Hey, don't fight and kill me. The Grimm are what killed Roman, and who brought the Grimm? Cinder. Go kill her." And then Neo basically like a merc is like, I hate you, but you have a point, so I'm gonna go fight this other person I hate. But guess what Volume 6 did? The reverse.
right.
They took it and they flipped it, and I'm like,
No, they're probably gonna do that in like the next few volumes, what you
mm-hmm.
just said, and then it'll pretty much be like the I'm gonna go kick Cinder's ass, but
Yeah, yeah. Or I think if anything, Neo is gonna play along with Cinder's plan, and then in the middle of the conflict with Team Ruby, or like she sneaks off to Team Ruby, and during the fight, she kind of alludes to them like, "Hey, I'm doing this just for show. I'm just toying around with you, not trying to kill you. Uh, let's sneak opportunity on them, or she'll just wait for a good opportunity in the fight to see Cinder have like an opening and just like backstab.
Yeah, because like B-Master said, let's be honest, Neo was wrecking Cinder till Cinder started using her powers. Yeah. Like, Cinder ain't got crap on Neo.
Neo, so far, has been the best fighter in the series. So,
oh, yeah.
like,
Honestly.
she just dances circles around everyone she's encountered, so...
I know. I have a friend that used to cosplay Neo, actually, when we first met the character, and she did ballet.
Oh,
It was so cool to watch the two kind of merge, because she's like point and everything, like she's really good at ballet, and so it was so cool to watch her just be like, I'm gonna like spin and kick you, and then I'm just like, oh please kick me harder.
Yeah.
But
Dude, that's one of the things I'm really excited for Ash to come back for, is that, and I've talked to Stefan about this, so you might have heard the plan, but like I want to do a CMV of Roman and Neo.
I feel like you might have told us that when we did Hot Tub Night that one night.
Yeah, I mentioned it forever ago. This was like June that I mentioned it. Because he was talking about how you guys were or got a connection to a bank to make a video in at some point.
Possibly. I don't know if that's really going to happen anymore.
Yeah.
Not the video, the location.
Oh, the location. Okay, because I was like, hey, let me know when you're gonna do that, because I would love to like film a different thing on the same day there, and it would have been a scene for the Roman and Neo CMV.
Cool.
Yeah.
AC Gears said, what if Neo could talk in the past, like in a flashback? Should they get Casey on that role?
Dude, yeah.
I mean, Casey is the VA if you're like the ha ha ha.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, I kind of like Neo as a mute. Like, it's really awesome just to see that kind of representation, you know?
Yeah.
Like
she's one of the few disabled representations in the show. And she's like a really good one. I would like to see flashbacks of Neo though, like her, like how she met Roman, and like how they became buddies.
Oh, it would be. I've seen the theory that she's an orphan and all that, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. That's really
I've seen so many.
I've
seen so many good ones. I have kind of joked about, and this is in a video that I'll upload in a week or two, that for Ruby Chibi, it would be kind of funny if they did kind of like tease her talking, but every time they did, it was someone else voicing her from the office, like just from around the Rooster Teeth offices, but like start off with like someone with like Stefan's voice, just be like super deep,
or like Michael with his Swiss fucking cheese, like
yeah, but I agree with what Inspector Who says. Mute Neo gives so much more character, because she talks with her body language and emotes, and I think that's one of the reasons why she's been such a memorable character.
Yeah, well, and it's like, you look at Maria, who went blind, you look at Yang, who lost her arm, you look at Neo, who can't speak. I'm just sitting there like, come on with the hearing problems, make me feel good. But it's like, I love that they're actually even like delving into that kind of stuff. Like, even if Neo does get a voice actress, at least there's like she was mute for 6 seasons.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't want her to talk. Like, maybe, like, I could see maybe having her talk in a flashback and then losing her voice. But I definitely don't want it to be like she can now talk as of present and in the future, you know.
Ooh, what if there was like a voice stealer Grim that stole her voice? That'd be cool.
Ooh, like, what if there was a character based off of Ursula?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh man.
That'd be cool.
Oh man, now that we're talking about Grim again.
We always come around circle on VYTALCast somehow. Like,
yeah, right. As Brandon and Candace and Tyler would say, it's all connected.
It always is.
Brandon's just, What's connected?
Oh, speaking of connections, there's a connection between you and next week's guest on VYTALCast.
Eh.
Okay, I need to like double check. I get the name right. Bubbly Waffle.
Oh, Britt! I love Britt! Oh my
Yeah,
god!
she's
Holy
next
crap!
week's guest.
Oh my god. Well, hi from the past, Britt, if you watch this.
She actually asked for me to get a clip of me promoting that she'll be the guest on VYTALCast, so I'm kind of using this segue as doing that.
Yay,
Um, I'm
segues!
also
And
going to
also,
be making the VYTALCast thumbnail tomorrow for her, just so she could like promote it, because she's like, "Hey, let me like promote me being a guest on VYTALCast," which honestly is such a big help for when I
yeah,
have a guest and they're like, "Hey, let me like help promote that I'll be on here," and it always turns out really well.
yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry I didn't do that today. I
oh
was
no,
dying.
no, it's fine. Like, I was honestly hoping that maybe, if anything, on the next Cracked Brain recap, that maybe it gets brought up, but
Oh, I'll bring it up this weekend. Don't worry, because I'm also having fun. And yeah. But yeah, no, she's super fun. I actually at RTX, her, Steve, and Brandon and I all went and got frozen yogurt, and it was like right by our hotel. So I was
oh,
like,
lucky.
it was.
That counter was cool.
Oh, it was, yeah. No, the counter at this place. I don't remember what the place is called, but it's like here's the JW, here's the
Wait,
convention center.
actually, yeah, I almost went to that place.
Yeah, and it's like
I
right, not even a block away from the JW. Yeah.
Wait, no, you invited me to it. That's what
Oh, I
happened.
did. I
You
did.
invited
You
to
didn't show
me,
up.
and I couldn't go because I had to go to an escape room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, no,
Okay.
no, their countertop was so cool. So they had it was like a lowered it had like kind of a lowered section in it, and then they put a bunch of different things in it,
Uh
and
huh.
it was like then on they filled it with resin
Uh huh.
and like made it a nice smooth well, not nice and smooth, but it was like a smooth countertop.
Hmm.
And then they'd post like on the glass or on the wall, they'd say, find these 7 city postcard clip outs, and you'd have to find like Salt Lake and Austin and New York, and it's just like an entire bar, like little bar that you had
Uh
to look
huh.
around for all these, like it was seriously like you were playing like Where's Waldo the entire time, or like I Spy. It was so cool. And it was so, now I want frozen yogurt. Let's go. Because my
Take me with you.
we'll drive up here.
Yeah. That includes driving. Um, nah, I kid.
Yeah.
I will probably be up in Salt Lake on Sunday, so.
Oh my gosh, of course, on Sunday when I'm doing everything.
Okay, never mind. Forget you.
No, I've got a photo shoot, and then we're having our 1 year anniversary dinner. And
Aw, that's cute.
yeah, I think he won't tell me anything about it, but oh, I hope you didn't see what I got. Sorry, I did not mean to pound on the table. I hope you didn't see what I got you downstairs.
Don't go through my
He-
bags.
Okay.
Don't mind us in the chat. Just witnessing this behind the scenes couple moment.
Oh, because holy crap, my hair is long. Like my YouTube is like delayed a little bit.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
it is.
just looked and turned around, and I was just like, my hair is longer than I thought it was. But yeah, no, I got him something, and I've been figuring out how to wrap it so that he won't see it until Sunday. And it's hidden mostly because
Mhm.
our house is a disaster after having to move pretty much all of my grandma's house into our house so he could sell it. Yeah, so it's hidden pretty well, I guess, unless he decides to meander into the kitchen. I
Well,
am
don't
too.
give him ideas.
Oh, I'm not. He knows I also would kick his butt too if
Okay,
he wandered into it. But
that's fair.
yeah, no. So we're having our anniversary dinner too that night, and then we have Saber Club rehearsals because I do lightsaber flash mobs, and we're getting ready to do a performance in December for the premiere of episode 9, and I get to be Rey. So I have a
Yeah.
lot of high expectations, and I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, like when are you having that like weird double-sided lightsaber that like does that thing?
Oh, the split apart one. Will you get my? Hey,
Wait,
will you
no,
get
I was
Andromeda?
joking. I didn't think you were actually gonna do that for the performance.
No, it's not. No,
Oh.
since I'm being Rey, I'm using the Skywalker hilt. Because one of my friends has like a stunt version of it where you can actually fight with it,
Mhm.
and I'm being normal, Ray.
Hmm.
No, this is they're my favorite things, but I'm also killing them after fighting with them for like 4 years. They're orange and black, and I love them, and they're my Halloween swords. And I honestly want to get this, but with teal blades instead, and make it Carolina.
Yeah.
But I
Oh,
usually,
dude, like how Rin does Jedi Weiss, you should do
Mhm.
like a Jedi Carolina.
David, you ready
Hmm.
for this?
Yeah,
You ready for this?
I'm watching. I'm watching.
It's a
Ooh.
staff.
Oh.
Yep, and then, oh. But yeah, no, I mean, hey, if it makes you feel any better, it's on the floor because I haven't washed it yet. But this is my colors for my Jedi. They're blue and brown and white.
Nice.
So I could do a Jedi Carolina. But yeah, no, I'm using the Skywalker sword, so it's really fun. It's really hard to fight with because it's got all these weird, like, you know, shapes on it. Like,
Yeah.
I actually got bitten by the lightsaber the other day. I don't know if you can see these
Ooh,
two.
yeah. Well, I remember what your lightsaber did to you at RTX.
Oh, yeah, that's still there. um, no, that was actually I hit my whiteboard that's on the wall because I have what? Wow, there's some Fractured Friday wrap-up notes that I forgot were there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like, whose writing is that? But it's Brandon's. Anyways, yeah, so it's really fun though. If you can see it, you should. Like Brandon's gonna fight in
Yeah.
it. He actually has a really fun fight. And then
Was it the fight that I saw at FanX?
it's gonna be similar, except we're doing a battle royale style, so we're all gonna be fighting at once. And then so the wannabe Kylo that fought the girl at the beginning that he beheaded, that girl's actually gonna be Leia.
Okay.
And it's going to be similar fights. We've changed it up a little bit, and then we're going to have the same fight with a little bit different ending because neither of us die. Anyways, so then we have
Wait,
the final.
yeah,
I'm in the final fight, so it's fun fact. Stoic. When I first joined the Saber Club that I'm in, I actually started as a Gray Jedi, and those were, oh my god. It keeps reminding me to restart, and I keep hitting wait an hour. But
Oh gosh.
yeah, I started as a Gray Jedi, and I used those sabers actually, and I've knocked them to hell and back because I have no restraint when I fight sometimes, and
As
I
you
actually
should.
like. Well, like sometimes you gotta pull your hits depending on what, but like,
No. Just kidding.
but I would like stab the ground with them as like I was, taking somebody out, and I accidentally broke the switch doing that the day before a performance.
Ooh.
And I
Yeah.
was so lucky we had a backup switch in our group
Yeah.
because I would have died. But yeah, no, it's going to be really cool. So if you're in Utah in December, come and watch the fight up at the Gateway. It's going to be really, really fun. And it'll be recorded. So if you can't, I can still post it. But I'll be there. Brandon will be there. My church will actually be there for all you RVB fans. And it's terrifying how connected our brains are.
Yeah.
Because we really think about the same memes at the exact same time, or have the same thoughts, or the same reactions, or it's really funny actually. But he's actually going to try to work on church armor too. So one day we'll see him at RTX. Yeah, he wants to put like lights on it too and try to make him look like an AI.
That'd be cool.
See, Carolina would utilize the Force a lot, but she probably wouldn't rely on it since she's so good with weaponry too.
The chat's having the same reaction as I did. They're like, church? Oh, that kind of church. Because like when you said that, I was like, I thought you weren't religious. What? Okay, but yeah, no.
I'm spiritual, not religious, but
same. But
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, not religious church.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, church, red versus blue church. He is a religion. Let's be honest.
He really is.
and Caboose is the pastor. But
pasture or pastor, because those are two very different things.
I can't pronounce.
Like field day versus, or like field trip versus field trip.
Yeah.
Tell me you remember that.
Yeah. So just before we go, because it is starting to get late, and
oh my god,
I've been working overtime all week. I kicked my butt into gear so that we don't have to work tomorrow. which means
Yeah.
tomorrow will be the first time I could sleep in over a week. So I'm, ugh. But anyway,
Oh, man. I honestly called out on Tuesday just because I had a lot to do, and I'm like, I'll just pretend I'm sick because I was kind of feeling sick on Monday.
I would have
And
done that, but money, like
yeah, well,
overtime money. Yeah,
I still have a lot of sick time I can use up, so I'm just like,
I'm using mine for bonsai.
I wish I could use mine for bonsai, but my coworkers no.
My sick time is my vacation time, which kind of.
Oh man, see, I ate up all of my vacation time at RTX, and then the 2 days of Comic Con that I didn't realize were I still think of cons as Friday, Saturday, Sunday, thanks to bonsai, and then I'm like,
Mhm.
oh no, they're Thursday, Friday, Saturday, because Utah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have no
But
vacation. Or like no sick
anyway,
time.
last things like just what like last minute thing, like what are you looking forward to for volume 7? Like 3 things back to back.
Oh man, I'm looking forward to Weiss telling her dad off. I am looking forward to, oh my gosh, exploring Atlas and Mantle more because honestly, I've been so excited to see all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see more of Salem. Honestly, like she's my girl.
Seeing her in action
So,
will be pretty amazing.
oh
I
yeah,
really want to see the whole team makeovers. Like I don't want it to be like a they walk in a store, they walk out a store different. Like I would love that they make it like an actual thing of seeing them like pick out the clothes or like changing their hair and doing it differently. Like I want to see Nora braiding Ren's hair,
oh my god, yes.
and I
Oh my
want
god,
to
and Weiss's.
and then like Ren like doing Jean's hair as well.
No, I want to see it. Nora's just going with Ren's hair, and it's perfectly braided in like 2 seconds,
Mm-hmm.
and then she just goes to Weiss's hair, and then just and Weiss is like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm keeping this. What the heck just happened?"
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited for Volume 7 though. Like
Yeah.
a while ago, I was kind of like, it's Ruby, it'll come back," and now I'm like, "Oh, that looks good." So
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
just glad that for the most part the fandom is like in unison. I say for the most part because there's always those people, but
yeah, those people.
yeah, I'm just so excited for like the team makeovers and of course seeing Atlas. So I'm excited. So basically, I'm like all the same for you. Like yes, I want to see Weiss tell off her dad, but switch that out for team makeovers for
Yep,
my top 3 favorites.
yep. I still want there to be a cute little bunny somewhere on Jean, even if it's like a freaking keychain.
Dude, honestly, like them getting rid of the jacket for Jean was like kind of heartbreaking for me. Because
I
it's
mean,
like he's outgrown the hoodie. I knew it was
no,
gonna
he's
happen at
outgrown
some
the
point, but
hoodie.
he
He's
outgrew
outgrown
the
the hair.
hoodie.
He outgrew the hoodie. He outgrew the hair. Next thing you know, he's gonna outgrow Pyrrha. Ha!
Okay, so you know how his hair is different. I know I said I
Yeah,
was ending VYTALCast, but plot twist, I'm
that
keeping
just
it.
happens.
So like people have kind of joked because his hair is like Neptune's hairstyle, like it's the same hairstyle,
It
like
is.
buzzed on the sides, spiked in the front, like towards the front,
Yeah.
and so people have kind of joked that he's like, I want to kind of woo Weiss, like I want to like get her to notice me and like me that way because I did save her life. Uh, she had a crush on Neptune. What if I just jack up his style and like get her to notice me? Because I really don't want that to be the motivation, but that's kind of been
But
a joke
he
with it.
would. He would, though.
No, I
You know.
want to say he's outgrown that behavior, okay? But I do want, like, I've started to become like a white knight shipper, like, which is Jean with Weiss. Like, it
Yeah.
used to be a no TP. It used to be a no TP. But
Yeah.
now that I'm like, oh, uh-oh, I'm starting to like it, and like I'm starting to be okay with Jean moving on from Pura if it means being with Weiss, because now they have the character development where it can make sense, or
Yeah.
start to make sense. So
Well, it's like, I mean, yeah, you grow out of a lot of personality traits, but still, look at me.
no,
I'm still 13 years old.
I didn't know you when you were 13, so I couldn't say otherwise. Like,
A weird little weeaboo that cried over everything. What sounds different?
I mean, honestly, aren't we all weeaboos crying on the inside all the time?
I cry on the outside a lot. Just
Uh,
ask Brandon.
yeah, I mean, I have footage of myself doing just that. Like, just watch my silent voice reaction. It's literally me watching an anime movie and crying 5 minutes in. Um,
Okay, me, but with a silent voice though.
I just said, yeah, no, that was me. Like, just watch that
Seriously.
reaction. It's just 2 hours of me crying, or hour and a half.
Oh, man. But thanks for having me on. Like,
Yeah.
this was fun. When you were like, hey, you want to be on VYTALCast? I was like, about time.
About time. I mean, to be fair, I've had it mostly on hiatus for the most part. That you and I've been talking a lot more.
Really?
This is the second episode since coming off of hiatus.
Wow. I feel special.
Yeah, no, because I was like, okay, I'm gonna have Hunt SD be the person that helps bring it back, and then I'm gonna have you, and then Buffly Waffo, and then
Lovely waffle.
who do I have after that? Oh, after that, it's we go on a week break again for October 18th because I'm at Bonsai. Yeah,
Hey, or why don't we have a
I am not
VYTALCast
live
podcast?
streaming on
No, we can
hotel
have one in the
Wi-Fi.
hotel. Brandon will be in the room, dude.
What about that?
He's good with streaming stuff. No, we should totally do like an
When you
episode.
say he's good with streaming stuff, do you mean like he could somehow bring me a perfectly good internet out at the hotel in Layton?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him, but we
Because
should
honest,
seriously do
that's like
something.
no.
Tell
I'm gonna be vlogging the whole weekend, so
Okay.
we'll have content made. So don't worry about
Just
like
make sure that you get Brandon snoring in your vlog because it is the greatest thing. He sounds like a bear.
if I have consent ahead of time, I will do that. Or
I mean,
or
you're
I
in the-
guess there's nothing stopping me from filming and then asking afterwards, being like, hey, is this okay to be put in the video? Because sometimes there's clips that like you get of
Yeah.
people and then you're like, is this okay or not? Like I had a few of those for the RTX vlog this year. It's
Yeah.
like, hey, so I videoed during this. You knew at the time I was videoing this, but watching back the clip, post RTX, I just want to like double check and show you the clip that you're okay with this being on the internet, and they're like, oh yeah, that's okay. So,
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure he'll be cool with it, especially if you get it when he's snoring like a bear and you can hear him halfway across the hotel. But
Yeah.
which is what happened in Vegas. Thank God you weren't staying with us because you would not have been able to sleep.
I mean, I'm staying with you guys this weekend, this time, so
Yeah, so good luck.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, no, we seriously should try to do something though in the hotel, like
We'll
tripod
definitely make a
monitor.
video of some
Oh
sort.
yeah.
It won't be VitalCast. I've already planned like we're not doing VitalCast because it'll be Friday night, and I want to go to the formal.
Oh yeah, they have a formal.
Yeah,
That.
yeah. Wherein you guys were Gwenda and Osmond, and you
Yeah.
guys just literally looked like you were them, being like the teachers, just like not having that good of a time, just watching all the kids have fun.
Bonsai's formal. Bonsai's dances are always interesting. So
Yeah, I mean, okay, I know I said VitalCast was ending, but so Bonsai's formal last year, I have so many issues with. I mean, for one, it was my first Bonsai, period. So like, first impressions, they're a little mixed.
yeah.
But at the beginning of the formal, the girl who was dressed as Yang, who introduced the rules for how you get the royalty awards, the rules got changed sometime since she announced them. Because when she announced them, she specifically said, "Hey, to get king and queen, the people do not have to dance with each other, like just each other the whole dance. Like you're okay to like dance with your friends and have fun. The most important part is have fun. You do have to be dressed as a ship, which Lviv and I were Arcos."
Yeah.
And then they gave it to like the old couple that were there on their 10-year anniversary, and they weren't dressed to theme, which was Ruby. And the husband was just wearing like a masquerade mask. He was just wearing clothes. The wife made her dress apparently, which
Yeah.
they were like, oh yeah, it's their 10-year anniversary, and she made the dress, so they won. And it's like, what? Well, one, how did you guys have that information. Also, they didn't dress as the theme, which was one of the qualifiers. And
Yeah.
also, the reason why you told me and Laviv why we didn't get King and Queen was because we danced with our friends in a group circle, which we always made sure we were directly right next to each other, just in case.
Yeah.
And then also, I mean, like, so I know you and Brandon are friends with Susan, which I know Susan. I haven't really associated too much with her because
Yeah.
there hasn't been a whole lot of opportunity, especially with the crappy years she's had. But like,
Yeah.
she won Princess because she made the dress, which again, it's one of those like, okay, how did the people who were deciding who won, like, how did they get that information other than they knew her? Um, but it was also like, okay, like, why didn't it was weird to like award the Jean but not the Pyrrha,
Yeah.
and
Well, South, I call her South because
Yeah.
she's my South Dakota.
oh, okay.
She fit every criteria. I mean,
No,
she
no,
was
like I don't disagree with that. It was
Oh,
just
no,
more
no,
like
no,
it,
I'm saying, like,
Hmm?
for the record, though, just for the audience that's still here, she wore a Beauty and the Beast movie style Blake dress. So it was literally
Yeah.
just the yellow dress, but black and purple, and then she hand painted emblems all over it.
Mhm.
Super, super gorgeous. She had cute little ears that would bounce when she
Yeah,
shook.
yeah. No, like her
Sorry.
her outfit was amazing, and then so like she did hit all the criteria for getting the princess. It was just I'm more of like angry or like not
Salty.
angry, but just like what the heck bonsai for like why would you award the Jean but not the Pyrrha, especially when all of the work on Jean was done by the Pyrrha, but
Yeah. I mean, I honestly didn't expect anything from it. I just went because I wanted to wear a pretty dress and dance
oh
with
yeah.
my boyfriend.
I guess the reason why I was upset was because the Pyrrha and I went in going, we're gonna get King and Queen, no questions asked, or at the very least, we're gonna get awarded. And it was just kind of weird
Yeah.
that one of us got awarded, but not the other. Um, but you know, looking back and knowing who that Pyrrha was, I'm okay with things now. Okay. Um,
Oh
yeah.
man. We probably should end though. It's 8:30 and the last time you said that we should end was 8:19.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. This isn't.
Is this turning into the Cracked Brain podcast?
It kind of did, yeah. Oh,
Yeah. It's because I'm here. I jinxed it.
yeah. We were talking about the Ruby formal at Bonsai. It counts as Ruby, but
Yeah. But
Anyway.
I also am so fun to talk to. No, I'm kidding.
yeah. If you guys want more of Carly, go follow her on Twitter or go follow her Instagram. Her Instagram is Illuminati Dorito, which is in the title of the stream. It's not on stream
is-
currently, but yeah.
It is actually all lowercase, and there is an underscore between Illuminati and Dorito. So way to
Okay.
mess that up, David. Gosh. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like, I'm sure the Instagram search will help them out if they miss that, but
Or just Google Carolina cosplay and I'll pop up somewhere.
yeah. But yeah, go find her, or you could go subscribe to The Cracked Brain on YouTube.
Please do. We need funding and content.
Yeah. Yeah, and also there's supposed to be quite a bit of content of me involved coming out because Stefan and I recorded stuff together like a month or two ago, and I keep checking back on the channel. I'm like, when is that coming out?
Was it video game playing or was it?
It was Let's Plays.
I will. Oh, Brandon doesn't do Let's Plays anymore.
It was-
I'll harass him. See.
It was Jump Force, and Speedrunners.
Oh.
The speedrunners, I was told, would be pushed off quite a bit because so much speedrunners was already recorded at the point that he and I
Yeah.
recorded stuff. So, but yeah. Oh, Brandon Dodge did actually sub to the Cracked Brain. So yeah.
Thank you. Check back on Saturday because you'll see me with another team that it gets even weirder and more off topic than this.
Yeah.
So, thank you for the sub though. I appreciate it a
Yeah.
lot actually.
And as always, you know, like the stream. If you're a new viewer, subscribe. Or if you guys want to share a Ruby podcast with your Ruby friends, go share it with them. And as always, I will boop you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.